in situations to where I just felt like my money was right there. You feel me? And the universe snatched all that shit away.
Yeah.
And then I had to look back and think like, damn, I had the wrong motherfuckers around me when I was about to get it. I was finna bless all the wrong people, everybody that didn't deserve it. So God removed everything from me to put me in a different position. Now I got the right people around me, and now it's flowing in abundance.
Right.
So it's just like sometimes we don't understand that when we're going through a storm, that like that's why I tell people all the time, like if you're in a suicidal state or you're in a state the way you don't want to keep going, you have to understand that all of this is for a reason.
Yeah.
You feel me? All of this is a part of your fucking story, or is a part of your testimony. You feel me? So it's just like you're just going through some shit that's a part of your testimony, and like you said, if y'all do end up together, this will make you appreciate what y'all have more than anything. You feel me? Because you lost the grip on it before, and those mistakes that you would have made before, you're not gonna make.
Yeah, no, it's made me a better man in general, though. I said this on the podcast last time before. One of the dopest things is, bro, like, I'm ready to be, like, an official man. We talked about it sometimes. You're almost a certain age, and you're like, damn, I'm just learning how to comprehend this and do this. Like, now I want to be able to take care of, like, certain things. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's for this particular person. I tell women all the time, like, you can't grow a man up. If he meets you and you that one, it's going to automatically grow him up. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, the things that I want to do now, it's in overdrive. I'm so focused on, like, changing my career, making sure this work, writing my music. You get what I'm saying? Like, something got to work because I want that to work.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, it's just amazing how that shit changed, man. So, I understand exactly what you're saying, bro. God be...
Oh yeah,
God
he gonna work his one now, whether you want it to or want him to or not, and it normally don't go the way you want it to go. But when you look back on it, it's planned out perfect. Like you can never write the perfect plan because you're not God. You feel me? Your plan is always gonna be decent, but he got a better plan, and you just gotta see it through sometimes. And that shit don't feel good sometimes.
I talked to God last night though. He told me to tell you stop stealing his drip. Stop putting his clothes on.
That boy say he dressed like the Lord. That shit had me dying.
God say, man, why this man copying my drip like this?
Man, that folk live in all of us, man. And if you can harness it and recognize that, bro, you can do great things. I think people don't do enough because they don't harness the God that's in them. You feel me? Like God is like your mind is the most powerful thing on the planet, and that's what connects you to God. And if you're not using your mind to better yourself, then God can't do shit for you. Right. You feel me? All he can do is put you in position, just like he putting you in position right now. And it's like, what you gonna do with it? Yeah. You know, and it's almost like if I create something and I know how it thinks, you feel me? I can put it in a position and I know exactly how it's gonna react. You feel me? It may not know why it's reacting that way, but I know the end result of it. You feel me? So it's like you right here in the middle of the storm, and the end result is right here, and they already know what's gonna happen. So ain't no panic in the person that, and whatever created you. The panic is in you. You feel me? So it's just like,
I don't know where the fuck it's going.
Right. Yeah. You don't know where it's going, but it's going somewhere.
This might be perfect time. Look, my beard trying to connect. Boy, let me get like one hair right here. It's over with, bro.
Man, you know they got
James Harden this thing.
They got some paint for you, boy. They got some waterproof paint.
Micropigmentation.
What that is?
You know how they do the eyebrows, but it's strokes. It's kind of like tattooing. But for male hairlines, females with no edges.
But this dead.
Feeling
this.
I can feel in your spots. Know what? I'll never know.
I will know.
I gotta see somebody first. I can't be walking around here with
too fucked up.
No.
I do though. I got like white folks hair, nigga hair, but, Indian hair.
Oh my God.
No,
because of the fact that you do have hair, he would let it get as full as possible. And then I would just go in and fill in the small spaces because you have the hair.
It's just this right here that won't. If I could just get that motherfucker to touch bone, it's a wrap. And I'm gonna just dye these grays, get them up out of there. It's over with, man. You better tell me.
I think I'll knock 10 years off if I dye my grays. That's the only thing to tell them I'm old because my face ain't sagging yet.
Right.
I look back at pictures from 15 years ago, bro. Ain't shit changed. But the color in my beard.
But don't get rid of the gray.
Same way.
The gray is that's what make the like when the men get old and they have the gray.
Yeah, we ain't
young women.
Yeah, we ain't trying to appeal to y'all. We trying to appeal to 24 and 25. They ain't with that.
I'm trying to be a zaddy, not a grand zaddy.
we not trying to capture nothing 35. We not trying to capture nothing 35, 36.
Nah, I already got that. I know who I love in the 30s.
Yeah.
If it ain't her, I'm in the 20s.
For sure.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, that's just real shit. Pussy expire after 27 anyway. I've been said that.
Child please.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it go on sale. Let's buy one, get one after 27.
No, it ain't.
That ain't how it work?
Nah.
That's I got a good question though too. Do you think people understand like their value? Because I think people, we live in this society where everybody gets a trophy and everybody's important and everybody's special. And that's the most untrue shit ever. Yes, we are all created equal, but we don't remain equal. Correct. What you do with your life and how you progress, you feel me, is what makes you important in this world. You feel me? On a spiritual level, yes. But on the like just like this, I'm gonna give you an example. If you were driving today and you happen to be looking down and firing off a text message and you run over a homeless guy, right? How much time you think you're gonna get?
None, because I'm not stopping. But in your theory,
right?
I probably be. I don't know. Would it be a misdemeanor?
It's gonna be vehicular homicide,
right?
So you probably gonna get at least
5 to 10.
No,
it's probably because it's accident. It's manslaughter. It's not.
It is, but you was texting.
They don't know that, but I'm just saying. He gonna say he was just in the middle of the street.
Right. You probably get like 5 to 10.
All right, cool. You do that same thing and you run over Sheriff Morgan's daughter.
Yeah.
What you getting in?
Well, nothing, because I'm not stopping. But in the theory, they gonna try to lock me up as long as possible.
Right. So I say this is that when you like I was talking to a woman, and this was a woman that was probably about 39 years old and got like 5 kids. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And we were talking about relationships, and they were talking about how somebody has to earn them.
Well, she expired. Did she know she on the buy one get one shelf?
Listen to me. This is what I'm going to. And she was saying that somebody has to earn her and giving me all these list of requirements. And in my head, I'm thinking like, baby, your standards are way too high for the position that you're in. You feel me? You have standards of somebody that's 21 years old, no kids, you feel me? And not that many bodies.
Right.
You feel me? So it's just like you got to know where you stand, even as a man. You feel me? You can't be a man that's 5'6". You feel me? 5'6", 230 pounds. You feel me? Making $30,000 a year.
Yeah.
Talking about what you want in a woman. No,
bad bitches only. You can't be around here like that.
There's levels to everything. There's tiers.
Right.
You feel me? The more money you make and the more handsome you are, the different departments you can shop in. You feel me? So you can't go in Gucci with a Walmart wallet talking about what you want.
Listen, now that nigga can't request bad bitches. He just need a bitch bad. You just need to get you one.
For real. But it's just wild that but we live in a world though to where if we say that publicly, people will say, yeah, you deserve that, girl. More so on the women's side for sure. Right. You feel me? A man will get his ass roasted if he say that shit out loud. But a female is like, no matter what position you're in, no matter what's your status, it's like people are still rooting for you to get what you want. But I'm just like, bro, like.
But okay, to ask a female, I don't even feel like, I don't know how females feel. Do you feel like that support is real? Because before you answer, I feel like that's fake support. I feel like females offer that in theory. But in the back of their mind,
we understand that, but as a man,
better that.
No, like like when a female says,
"Yeah, girl, you bad, you look good," and they know you don't.
Right, you need a better type of man. You deserve I hate to use the word high value man. Oh my god, but you deserve a certain type of man. You feel me? But do y'all? I feel like that support ain't real. Like y'all know that your friend don't deserve this, or sometimes y'all kind of hope that she don't get no good.
Well, man. I guess I can't speak fully because I can say I'm blessed with good friends. And so when I talk, like if they feel like, girl, you doing too much, like bring it down, they'll say that.
Right.
They'll specifically say, well, you got to think, you got 3 kids and this and that. You can't really be. So I've always had people who are kind of, in our group, we kind of blunt with each other. But I do feel like I've had girls sit in my chair before who have been beautiful by standards of physicality, and you would wonder how is a dude leaving them per se. And I had to tell one girl one time, like, don't you think his mom might be saying he deserves better? Like, you can't get caught up on that you're pretty, but maybe you're just not what he wants. Like, that doesn't matter that you're pretty to where you say you don't deserve to be hurt, but he deserves to stay and suffer and he don't want to be with you. Right. Like, that really doesn't matter in this scheme of this. He don't want to be with you. He don't want to be with you. You need to get over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had to tell them that because they're younger, and I'm just like, you can't keep basing it on your that every time you get with somebody and they do you wrong, it's because you're too pretty and you deserve more. No, you're lacking something. If every time you get with somebody, something happens, and then something is not in the mix correctly because
right. But I will say this though, as shallow as it is in our society, for a woman, looks get you in the door every time, no matter what you got going on. It might not keep you in the door, but it'll get you in the door. That's what I was about to say.
But it's like eventually the person is like, okay, it ain't worth the looks to deal with whatever the fuck it is. That
right,
is
but it'll get you in the door, and it may not keep you in the door, but that's why women put so much energy in the way they look, because they understand that that's what gets you in the door.
Yeah.
Men see you first based off of physical attraction, then they go from there, and they'll tolerate a little bit more if you look a little bit better. Yeah. You feel me? But the thing about it though is that you can be pretty and 35, and guess what? You feel me? You got to drop it down a little bit, because women maintain the same standards no matter what position they're in. I've noticed that women feel the same way about themselves at 25 that they'll do at 30, at 35 that they did at 25 a lot of the time.
I don't know about that one.
As far as like, because I just feel like this, right? What we don't realize is like, all of us are aging, but there's no point you look in the mirror and start and see it. It's like you have to look back at pictures and like, damn, I'm getting old.
Right.
So it's the same thing with women. It's almost like when you watch a dancer might be in a strip club from when she fucking 25 to when she 35. And that point that hit her that I don't need to be in here no more ain't hit her yet, because time has passed. Every day is passing, but we don't really have a grasp on like how long we've been doing this shit.
I think they know. I think they in denial. I think a lot of women secretly know, but women have pride, bro. It's a new thing. Like they have. Yeah, go ahead.
So like it's two types of way we think about ourselves in different ages. Okay, so you're kind of correct in the fact that when I was in my 20s, I knew my shape was better naturally. Like I didn't have to do as much stuff like that. However, you couldn't pay me to go back to that era because my mindset was fucked up. And I took everything the wrong way. And I didn't understand the value in me as a person.
Right.
So most women who are in the older category, I'm 35, so the women that I talk to are usually, well, I have younger girls that I hear, but the girls I talk to are 35 and up. And it's the value that we have on our mindset that we're like, our standards are higher. Not what we look like per se. Because some women realize, oh shit, I need to get Botox. I need to get this. I don't look as good. Right. So we know that, and that's why we try to keep up with that shit. However, the strength that you gain in your 30s, of the shit that, 20-somethings is the hardest era to go through mentally for a woman.
Okay.
Because we are not that strong in that era. We know we bad, but we don't know that we're bad on the inside.
So this is my question, right? That's what I want to ask you. I'm glad you said that. All right. Did you fuck faster then, or do you fuck faster now?
Ooh. So
I just fuck fast.
No, I think I was gone for 10 years, from 23 to 33.
Oh, you was off the market for 10
I was off the market.
All right, well,
and then before that, I had a boyfriend.
Let's take it off of you being personal. Do you think younger women fuck faster or older women fuck faster? Right?
I think younger women too.
Okay, so this is my thing, right? You have more value at 25 than you do at 35.
Right.
Would you agree to that?
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. So why are you not fucking as fast when you're 35?
But I think
because this is what I'm telling you, and this is the point I'm making, is that they start to base the value on things that aren't valuable to men. In a sense. Now I'm not gonna say to men, because the things that your growth and your mindset, we appreciate that.
Facts,
you feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you are 35 and you do got 4 kids. Let me get some of that pussy. Like, you don't be trembling. Don't. It's like when you're. Hey,
I just realized what you said.
Right.
And niggas swear, you all 35. Right. Hey, let me get some of that pussy.
I don't want to sound like a dick, but it's just like, bro, like, you feel me? Like, I'm not. You feel me? What? Like, I'm not waiting, bro. I'm not waiting on cold food, bro. Like, it's cold food, man. It's like, bro, like. Yeah, you could definitely make me wait if you're 25 and you got all this shit going for yourself. You feel me? But it's almost like, you got it going, but you got it going too late. You feel me?
But you know what's crazy is
how funny that statement is. That man said, man, you 35, man. Give me some of that pussy.
Man, come on now. I ain't lying though, right? Am I lying?
No.
I would say don't leave me out here by myself.
No, I got you though.
We trying to keep it solid for a minute. Now none of this is validated through anything. I'm just telling you how men think. Men think like this, right? Yeah. So if you had that same value, the same, like, women build themselves up over time. So it's like, if I'm a man, right? Yeah. That it took me, let's say it took me till I was 40 to get my shit together, right? Right? And there's somebody out there that had their shit together way sooner than me at 25. I'm out here functioning because I got my shit together now. I'm functioning with a 25, like the values of a 25-year-old. Yeah. When I still have to factor in that I'm a 40-year-old man. Yeah, I got my shit together, but I got it together late, so I still have compromises I have to make. Right. Had I got my shit together at 25, then I'm cooking. Now the door is the window of the things that I can demand is higher.
Right. I think what we have to separate, because I think sometimes we jumble up a lot of things. You know, when we talk about love, we jumble up everything. We talk about value, we jumble up everything, right? Just for clarity, yes, I think you answered it. When women fuck faster when they're young because their mindset isn't there yet.
Exactly.
So they don't understand their value quite yet because they're on some young girl shit. They don't really get the value, right? But when we say you age, you're quote unquote less valuable, not less valuable as a woman or a person.
Thank you.
You're less valuable to the pursuit. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The pursuit is where everything starts. Like it's just like a used car is less valuable to the pursuit than a new vehicle. Absolutely. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
A new house or a house that's used is less valuable to the pursuit of buying a home than a new build. You get what I'm saying? So that's just basically what we're saying. When a woman ages, there are new factors into am I going to pursue this woman or not? When you just young and fine, the pursuit, like the heat is on for the pursuit. Right. Now you might not be shit once I get you. Like, I done caught this bastard, ain't worth a fuck.
So what y'all don't ever really realize is that we know that from like 3 years old. Like,
do you?
We do. So basically, women know that men grow. They tell us men get better with age, women devalue. People, I had someone tell me that at a young age. But, like, you only got so long to get it. Like the country songs all used to say, like, you only got so long before a man ain't even looking for you. He looking at your sister.
Because that's our pursuit is based on success. So men, as long as you're successful, your pursuit value is high.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, no, even in how you look, men look better as they get older. Women don't.
We typically get more successful. And then that's what's appealing to you. Not that we so fine and handsome and fit. It's just that you look like you got your shit together.
Look at Dave Chappelle when he was younger. He was and look at him now.
I don't judge men, but Dave Chappelle like he got jaundice. That nigga does not look better.
No, but his everything about his
see you don't realize that it's his success turning you on. Yeah, that's what you don't realize.
Somebody who's not now, other than like a homeless person who literally doesn't take care of themselves. Maybe they don't look better with age, but like I know regular ass men who ain't Dave Chappelle. Who in high school I would have never looked at, and now they ain't successful, but that nigga's still fine.
But success is relative. They're probably better off than they were when they were 21, 22.
No, they were at the height of their. No, some of these dudes was like, we thought they was going big league, and they never did, and they're still living off that, but they still fine.
You know who I looked up, and it's like, what it is though is that as men get older, they learn how to put themselves together better. It's not necessarily that they're more attractive. It's just they know how to put themselves together better. I was looking up the actor from Bel Air who plays Jeffrey. I was doing this compare and contrast between him and the old one, and I looked him up, and there was some old pictures of this dude. I'm gonna have your boy pull the pictures up.
Yeah.
And this was like
he didn't know his style.
Nigga had no swag.
Listen, this was like 6 months before Fresh Prince under Bel Air, bro. Ain't nobody getting this man no pussy, bro.
Nigga had a beard like mine, one connect.
Didn't have a beard. Had a chin strap, the little thin shit.
Yeah.
Teeth, he got his teeth did and all that. Success, bro. And then he learned how to put himself together better. And it's the same dude. He just grew a beard, got a different haircut, and got his teeth fixed.
A beard makes everybody look better.
Hey, listen, random question, no homo.
Except
just
the girl.
You as a man. Are there some niggas that you get mad at when girls swear like he fine? Like not as you, bro. It's just a couple of niggas that bother me. Like,
bro, some of the finest dudes to me are the dudes who people call ugly.
When I was growing up, bro, it was BG. And Lil Wayne.
And BG was my favorite.
Man, I knew I was more handsome than them.
That's what be bothering me.
Man, that shit.
Like, listen, I don't judge men, but I know I'm fine.
That shit drove me nuts. Silk the Shocker was another one. Drove me nuts.
Right.
I was like, man, this nigga is not more handsome than me, man. And then you in school, right? Mm-hmm. And what it is like you say, it's the success. It's the success, and they don't realize it because there was nothing. There was never an age where Lil Wayne was cute. There was never an age where BG was cute.
Right. And like if they wasn't Wayne and BG, if they had approached you just as Ralph and Tommy, you'd have been like, man, get the fuck.
Exactly.
That's just how I personally feel. I feel the same way, and they gonna kill me with this one though. These the two niggas that bother me today.
I already know who you finna say.
Who?
You gonna say Idris?
Idris Elba bothered me.
Say that.
And what's that weird nigga who played in the Cowboy movie? He was the quick draw.
You talking about
They caught him just wearing the stocking shit recently.
Yeah.
Lakeith.
Yeah,
Lakeith, man, that shit bothers me, bro. I be like, y'all do not like these niggas, man. They on TV every day. That nigga, have you seen Daddy's Little Girl?
Yeah.
For that nigga's, it's a million Idrises at the mechanic shop right here in town. You can go get you one.
And they be getting hoes.
But I think that's the thing.
All
about
the mechanics I know got lots of kids.
Not even that's old mechanics. Bitches nowadays don't even like the smell of oil.
I know
gotta
some
smell
young
like a blunt.
mechanics that's got multiple kids.
You gotta smell like exotic today, pressure.
They fuck with Idris though, because Idris got a man vibe, and that shit. It's such masculinity is so rare now.
Yes.
But he has a masculine vibe, and then he got the accent.
A masculine vibe will get you any motherfucking thing.
You ain't even gotta be cute if you got a masculine vibe, bro.
You got a masculine
Idris
vibe.
walked up to these women as whoever, and he was not Idris. That man ain't getting no play, brother.
But if he had
neither is Lakeith.
Nah, because it's around Idris, bro. Is it's an aura. You feel me? Around certain men.
The aura of acting. I'm an actor. I'm Idris the actor.
It's a man vibe.
No, listen, bro. Like, listen. My dad was Idris. You feel me? Listen to me. My dad was Idris. He was a mechanic too. But he was
Now listen, back in the day, that was the shit though.
Right,
mechanic vibe. You could fix a car. You had a little smell like a little gas.
It's a man aura.
It's a man aura.
It's a man aura. They ain't even gotta know what you do.
I can't fix no motherfucking car.
Man, niggas today can't fix no cars.
No, but the rare ones who can.
That's other shit that give you man aura too, though.
That nigga come up to you with them dirty ass mechanic nails nowadays, man.
I ain't gonna
bro,
let him
I'm gonna tell you, bro. With man aura, bro.
But I might fuck it. I don't know.
You gonna let him put that WD-40 in there?
No.
Can't touch no coochie with them hands.
No, you finna give
yeast
me no
infection waiting to happen.
Man, y'all don't know. Grandma and mama and them used to love them hands.
And they used to be itchy, probably.
That's why they had to douche.
Because of the mechanic hands.
Yes.
Yeah, the women don't douche today.
You shouldn't put vinegar up in your.
Daddy out there changing the transmission.
Coming in finger you and goddamn tell y'all up.
Ain't even wash your hands.
I just wanted to ask that randomly, but I do feel like women are drama filled, so I think sometimes the devil has cursed y'all, or the Lord, or whoever. That's why y'all have periods. I think that the fact that y'all sex drive happens, the peak happens later, is also a curse. Like imagine this. Imagine being the most horny when you the least fuckable. That's got to be a punishment. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like
that's why there's a lot of ladies in that age range who start fucking girls. That is why.
Good.
That is why more women are into threesomes when they're in their 30s than they are in their 20s.
Yeah, a threesome is still gross when you're period on. Don't give a fuck who you fucking with, a man or a woman.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general, when you old, you know how a lady's sexual peak is when she's older, right?
Absolutely.
So you're the least fuckable that you've ever been in life,
women lose
and now you want to fuck the most.
Later in life, they lose the period, so then
but
they fuck as much as they want.
But that lines up with what you. That lines up with what you say all the time, which makes sense though. It's like you say younger women should be with older dudes. Mm-hmm. So if you 40, you need your motherfucker about 50, 55. And then you can fuck all you want to because he'll appreciate that pussy.
You still find the buddy.
Right, you still find him. So that's why I say I didn't want to sound like a dick earlier, but my thing is what I'm saying is like we all have ranges, bro. We all have leagues. Like when people tell you women tell you all the time, she's out of your league. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But it's not okay for you to say that to a woman. He's out of your league. But we get told our whole life something is out of our league. And you can watch Buddy get a girl that's out of his league and you can watch her drive him nuts. You feel me? So it's just like we all have leagues, bro. And a lot of things determine what league you're in. Age is a lot of the times that. Your level of success is a lot of times that. But with men, because we don't care about your level of success, it's usually your age and your looks, your youth. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's just that's all I'm saying. So but you have a lot of women that like that are in some spaces that like where you asking for too much for the space that you in, and it's just the reality of it. It sounds real dickish because we live in a world where you can't say shit like that because it's offensive to women or you sound like you fucking. So
it's not offensive the way you say it, but it's offensive when you've heard someone say to you.
The way I said earlier was offensive.
No, I mean
I took offense to that myself when I said it.
No, but you still didn't say, go ahead, ain't nobody gonna want your ass. You got.
I basically said that. I say you're 35. With 5 kids, give me some of that pussy.
Yeah,
that's a bad way to say it.
You should be grateful.
Yeah, you should be grateful that I want some of that pussy.
I'm saying like, but you're not saying you're saying that.
That was personal, what you just said.
Right. Yeah. And so that's why a lot of girls don't leave when they be with people, is because they believe that shit and they already know men think about them this way. So it's kind of like, I might as well stay with this nigga because he right. Ain't nobody gonna fucking appreciate it.
And that doesn't mean you have to settle. I'm not saying because you're 35 and you got 5 kids you got to settle. What I'm saying is that you have a shopping range. So you can go get whatever the fuck you want in that shopping range. You don't have to stick with somebody that's treating you bad. Right. There's somebody else in that range that'll treat you good.
But you don't think that when you think the majority of men think, oh shit, you got a baby daddy now, or 2 or 3. But what about 24-year-olds with 6 kids, or 24-year-olds with 3 baby daddies?
You'd be surprised at the confidence of some of these women.
Yeah, it's a wrap for them. But
I'm saying they're young, they're in that age.
It's a wrap for
them.
But
are they better than a 35-year-old with?
Let's break it down then. Since I didn't know we were going here tonight, cool. I didn't have much to talk about anyway, so cool. Let's go there. First of all, this is the Anxiety Issues Podcast. I'm Adam 12 Taylor here with my brother Boneface of Boneface Inc. and the talented hairstylist Tania Greedy Monroe. Let's get into it though. So my question to you is, just first, do women know the league that they're in? Do women know their league?
Okay, so I'm gonna say the same as men. I'm gonna say people in general.
No. I need it directly as on women. Do women know their league?
I think some do, but those are the ones who probably are either taken or, you know what I'm saying, like dating profusely all the time. But I do know there are a lot of motherfuckers who do not know the league that they should be in.
Right.
And I do feel that, and it's not always based on looks. There are some beautiful people I know with fucked up mindsets with great people that they're fucking over, and I don't think they realize they in the wrong league.
So what's the difference between, from a woman's point of view, what's the difference between knowing your league and settling? Is there a difference when you hear the two terms?
Yes, one is positive, one is negative. So I feel like settling is more like maybe she don't realize she's settling until later, when she's like starting to value herself more. Like she might have been insecure about some shit. And this person might have picked up on it and been like loving those insecurities, making her feel better. Then later she realized that was just an act to get her. And she settled for some shit that they had because they appreciated some shit she had.
So you saying settling is more of a treatment?
Like kind of towards yourself, not towards the person. It's kind of like you know what, you did these great things. I'm going to settle with the fact that I don't like this or that because I'm being picky as fuck, and that's a flaw. So let me just settle. But then later that can turn into, bitch, I fucking settled with your ass, which is, if you did that, then you shouldn't throw that shit up later. But that's where that comes from. Right. Whereas knowing your league may be that you're saying what he said, which is like, I'm 42, 5 kids, 4 baby daddies, just got my shit together, and I deserve more. Then what? And I'm not being funny when I say that, but I'm saying, like, if I can see where a dude would be looking at you like...
That was funny because I would have thought the same thing. Then what?
Like, what do you deserve more than? You deserve what this person is offering you, and if you like them, go with it. Then how the fuck are you going to put yourself up here, and now all these people are looking like, you do know you got 4 niggas I got to deal with, potentially. Okay. Or 1, whoever, however many baby daddies you got. Like, even if the kids is grown, you still going to have... Right. You know what I'm saying?
So, Bone, does kids change the league that a woman is in? Or does a number of kids change the league that she's in?
I think the age of the kids makes a big difference. Okay. If you have super young kids, absolutely. Like, because I understand that I'm signing up to be a stepdad.
Is it a number? Like, is this one kid, or is this because women don't want to know? Is this 1, 2 kids?
The number makes a great difference.
Right.
You feel me? Because it's like, how many kids am I? It's like adopting children. How many am I adopting? Right. The more I adopt, the more I got to take care of. The more money I need to make. The more I need to provide. Right. And if I'm doing all this extra work, like, who am I doing? Like, what is the woman? Who is the woman that I'm doing this for? Right. And what is the value of this woman? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Because what's wild is that, let's say for instance, Oprah had 5 kids, right, and she got with me, right? Her friends, and not with my financial status that I have now, her friends would look at her like she came up. Now reverse that if it was an older man.
Hold on now, you said
if Oprah had 4 kids,
right,
and she got with me, right, at my age,
as in
dating me,
yes,
right, and she had 4 kids. Her friends would look at her like she came up,
right. Exactly.
When they would marvel at her relationship,
yeah,
right. But if you flip that. You feel me? And I am an older man with 4 kids. You feel me? Right. And a young woman comes along. You feel me? I came up.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
She didn't come up.
Facts.
So that's why I say, like, as rich as she is, they still look at her like she came up. Because at the end of the day, when you strip away all the material things, we're still primal. And what matters is, like, just like I'm not gonna be a fucking a 40-year-old animal, like fucking. You feel me? Like I'm not gonna be able to achieve the younger animal. You feel me?
No, I'm with you.
Yeah. So when you strip away all of the material things and all of the shit that we don't really care about, all you have is what we are at our core.
Right.
So it's just like she's at the end of the day, she's a however old she is, young lady, and I'm fucking the age I am, and it's yeah. So
as a woman with children, do you feel like that affects your dating life as you're out here dating?
It does. Yeah. And I've had a person say to me like, "Damn, like you would literally be perfect, but like I'm not about to deal with that."
How does that make you feel? Be honest, transparency.
Sad.
When you hear that,
it made me feel sad because we did get along great.
Right.
But they didn't want to do, and I understood because if it was the opposite, I wouldn't want to deal with. Women say all the time, "I want a baby mama drama," but you can't have then on the opposite end the same shit, you know, or like, "Oh, I don't want to talk to a dude with kids," but you got kids.
right.
What the fuck you?
I was
mean?
just gonna say it's almost impossible, right? For you, like I want to know what goes through your mind when you meet this guy who could be the guy, right? And then you ask him, like, "Do you have kids?" And he's like, "No." You feel me? What goes through your mind right then and there?
Like I had that too because I'm fixed.
Right.
And I've had somebody say, "Would you undo it?" And I'm like,
you neutered.
I got my tubes tied.
Oh, okay.
I did because every 3 years I was getting fucking pregnant.
Right.
And I couldn't see myself with 12, 9, 6, 3. I couldn't do that shit.
Yeah, that's part of a motherfucker.
I was a person also who I never thought I would have kids. Like I just raising my siblings, I was like, I want a free life. And then I had one and it was amazing, you know, so I was okay. But I only wanted 2. I wanted to get my tubes tied. And the doctor wouldn't do it because I wasn't old enough and my husband wouldn't sign.
Yeah.
You weren't old enough.
You got to be over 30 and
to get your tubes tied, you got to be over 30?
Or it might have been, no, yeah, you got to be 30 if you're married. Like he didn't want to sign.
I don't understand that. So you can get an abortion at what age?
Yeah, there's an age on getting your tubes tied. They won't do it unless you've got 2 kids.
At any age.
No, two kids
I think
and over,
legally to get an abortion, you have to be
16,
18.
Right.
Like that, yeah.
Some states is 16 or 15. Some states is 18.
A grown ass woman can have an abortion. You can have an abortion at 18.
Yeah.
But a grown ass woman can say, "Hey, enough kids, tie my tubes." You can't say that.
No, I think you got to be 25 and have 2 kids, and that's the only way they'll do it.
Making these rules, bro.
That's the why we.
I think,
bro, if I have one kid and that's enough, I'm good.
Or if you're married, sometimes they won't if the other person doesn't agree. Mm-hmm. So it's like I couldn't get them tied at that point. I waited, whatever. But I had a dude say like, "I don't got no kids." Like, so what would you do? And I was kind of like, I thought about it, and I was like, if it was like if I got married again, which would be a lot for me. If I did that and I was all into it, I know me. I'd untie them motherfuckers and I'd have another baby if they didn't have a kid.
Right.
Now, if they got 3 kids and I got 3 kids and you just want us to have one together, no, bro.
Just for the record, though, if you happen to get married and we still cool and brother and sister, though, I'm getting kicked out your wedding. I'm going to be fucked up at Tania's wedding. Do you understand that? Just because it's going to be a while, because you so spacey and weird, I'm getting hammered at that fucking wedding. Do you understand me, son?
Yeah, it's going to be an open bar for weed and liquor if I ever do that again.
I'm hammered, bro.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
You going to perform, bro.
Yeah.
You going to perform that pussy's fun.
That's always been wild to me though, to hear somebody that has kids say that they don't want a man with
kids. That's weird.
Or you broke and you hollering about you want somebody that got some money or somebody that's successful. Like
you've heard a woman with kids say she don't want a man with kids?
Yes, I've had.
Yes, they love saying that.
I've seen that where
it's
like
is that?
Yeah, they love saying that. I don't want to deal with no baby mamas.
I don't want to deal with no baby mamas.
You are a baby mama.
Correct.
Right, and the drama, most likely. You probably both.
I'm dealing with a baby mama.
It was crazy. Like they would prefer.
And when I say this, I'm not speaking on women in general because I understand that, like I'm all for like me, right? When I was in a certain position, I had aspirations outside of my range, but it wasn't way out. It was like slightly above my range. And as I move up, it's always slightly above my range.
Ain't nothing wrong with reaching above. Yeah.
Right. It's something to achieve. You feel me? Slightly above. But my frustration is more with the motherfuckers who have the audacity.
Yeah.
You feel me? Just like that. You got 3-4 kids and you don't want a man with no kids. or you ain't never worked in your life and you want a motherfucker that's making 6 figures. Yeah. You feel me? 7 figures. I'm like, bro, you got the audacity.
It's a lot of audacious women though.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what separates from me when it comes to kids. I'm a man who I love children, so children is not a deal breaker for me. I'm a big kid myself. Like right. I'm a full-time dad. So I am currently probably still in love with the woman with kids, and it don't bother. When I tell you it don't bother me at all, like if I can come get you for a day and you can be like, oh, I got the kids. I ain't tripping. Let's all go.
Right. You like the man on Baby's kids. He take everybody.
Man, I love that shit. Right. Like, that shit don't even bother me. But I think it's a time when women have to understand this, and I'll just use my platform for it. The way you raise your kids puts you in a different league for me. You understand what I'm saying? When you don't parent your kids a certain kind of way, that is an extreme turnoff to me. You could be the greatest woman in the world. If your kids are unruly and disrespectful or loud, they don't know how to sit down, you got to repeat yourself multiple fucking times, they seem like they run the house, they're the captain of the ship, I can't do nothing with that, bro. I cannot do anything with that. And that's just something for me. So if I'm not even gonna call you a bad parent, but if you're just one of those whimsical parents, one of those more of a friend and more of a parent type person, that's something that bothers me, bro. To see these unruly children, unkept children, whatever, I can't do nothing.
But a lot of the times when they have kids like that, they're not tolerable themselves. You feel what I'm saying?
But I've seen some mild, like they're just not, because a lot of times they're not with the man anymore, right? Obviously, that's why I'm dating them.
Right.
So the discipline is just not her strong suit. Right. So these kids, and they think that moms are all nurturing or whatever. So this nigga could be fucking drawing on the walls and, oh, come on, stop that, Billy. Stop that if you don't go get this nigga off your wall.
But even that alone is a turnoff to me.
Right.
Like that alone is a turnoff to me because that makes me question your leadership skills. You feel what I'm saying? If you parent in a certain fashion, it makes me question your leadership skills. Right.
But isn't she put in a unique position? Because isn't that supposed to be the dad's role, and there is no dad here?
I get that. I get that too. But at the same time, I would say this. I agree with you on that. But I have an issue when it's a situation where I'm rocking with you like that. You feel me? And I'm in position now. You feel me? And you're not even allowing me.
Oh yeah, no, that's an issue.
You feel me?
Now, that's an issue.
Right. So that's my issue more so because, like you say, sometimes you can, like, women have it rough, bro. Any man that's had their child for an extended period of time, you can see how hard it is to be a parent on your own. You feel me? Especially if you're doing it, and if you have your daughter, you understand how difficult that is. So you understand that you can't always cover all bases, and some things are going to be left unkept. You feel me? But I get it. But when someone comes along in your life, you have to allow them to correct some shit that's incorrect.
So that's what I was gonna say was, what it doesn't make a difference though if, like you say, you got a girl and let's say she's simple. Like, I ain't gonna say simple, but she's very soft spoken. So one of those kids has figured it out. Like, shit, dad ain't here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and you see the kid doing stuff that you're like, hey, I don't think you noticed that this is some disrespectful ass shit.
Right.
And she's like, oh, really? And she takes, like, heed to what you say, or asks what would you do? Or what should I do? Or allows you to. Does that get her back into your tier? Or are you like, this is too much fucking work?
No, absolutely. But what my experience, and this isn't all women, just my personal experience. I'm not gonna say an iron fist parent. You get what I'm saying? But when I've always raised my daughter. When I say something, I don't want to repeat myself. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know my daughter to this day, she's 15 years old. If somebody say, hey, don't let me tell you, daddy, she know what's up. You feel me? Even though we have a great loving relationship. Like, I'm super loving, super goofy, super whatever. But when I tell you something, like, I mean that. So when I'm around other children, I expect the same thing. So when I meet these women, I've dated women with children. What I notice is I'll have the conversation like we having right now, right? And then I'll see the kid doing something, and they know how I feel about it. And I'll just take the initiative to be like, hey, man, you ain't hear your mama? You ain't hear your mama say? Your mama say sit down. Your mama say do whatever, right? And I'll notice the woman be just a tad bit uneasy, even if she don't say nothing. She's not used to, like, seeing her child treated that way. And it's kind of like, it just bothers them. So then I just let it go. I can tell that you're not used to seeing them put in their place.
So what if she's that same way though? When I'll just use myself for example. When I was with my ex or whatever, sometimes he would say, like, he would some of how he would be with my son, I would be like, but you're not with that like that with the girls. Like I wouldn't say it in front, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he was like, you don't understand, you're not a man, you know what I'm saying? And then when we split, I realized, oh shit, now I get what he meant. So I think sometimes women who are just softer with their kids, it don't matter who say something to the kids. Your sister could say something and you kind of just, you feel uneasy because you know that it's kind of like, damn, that's not how I talk to them. So now they're probably nervous. Right. And that's my fault because I could have been talking to them more sternly. Yeah. So now how do I let them do it? And then later my kid not say.
I think you kind of be feeling the pain for the kid sometimes. Go ahead,
because you don't want the kid to later say, why you let them do that? Mm-hmm. Mama, you don't talk to me like, but then you know it's your fault. Like, well, I should have actually probably said some of those things to you before so that you wouldn't be so shocked when a person tells you them. But I didn't.
Do y'all think in a lot of situations, this is my opinion, that in a lot of situations when mothers are single parents and the father has fled the scene, they develop a certain type of relationship with their children, and usually it's more of a friendship than a parenting thing. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And when you have a parent that has developed a friendship with their child, they're never going to allow themselves to watch their child be disciplined because they don't view them in that position almost. So that's why I say, like, I'm somebody to where if you don't discipline your kids, like I'm not really I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and I'll discipline through you. Like, hey man, tell them like, chill. You feel me? And if you can't do that, I can't fuck with you because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be because I'm not gonna fuck with your kids if your kids are unruly. Like if we can't control, I'm not gonna fuck with your kids, and if I can't rock with your kids, I can't rock with you.
That's a fact.
You feel me? Because if I can't accept you, they're an extension of you. So they become a part of you that I can't tolerate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm out on that. That's why anytime I've had children, anytime I've had a woman and my children had to deal with them, I demanded that they had the same respect for her that they had for me. Yeah. You feel me? If she said something, it was like I said it. Yeah. Because I trusted her to be in your I trusted her to expose you to her. You feel me? So it's just like treat her accordingly. And that's why I told you before on the podcast that anytime my kid's mom gets a new boyfriend, it's like I want to meet him, because at this point we're implementing this. Like I'm telling you, like basically, I'm handing you the responsibility of my child when he's in your presence. Yeah. So it's like, let's say, because my kid's mom asked me one time, like, can he go so and so with so and so? Right. And I'm like, no, because I hadn't met Buddy. I need to know who Buddy is. You feel what I'm saying? So we can set boundaries and understand like what's going on and how we handle things.
But is this for both? You have 2 baby mamas, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is this for both?
Yes.
Do you operate? You want to meet the guy?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, cool. I want to meet both. I want to meet both because at the end of the day, bro, when just like when you were with your ex and you start dealing with their kids, if their father was around,
you have to deal with them.
You have to deal with them, right. And it's just like out of respect for you, it's like I'm not gonna come in and try to overhaul, especially an active parent. I'm not gonna try to come in and overhaul something that somebody has installed in their child. I want to know what you installed, and then we need to come up with a plan. I'm gonna tell you how I do things with my children if I got my own children, and I want to know how you handle yours, because I couldn't wait to tell a motherfucker he wasn't my daddy when I was growing up, no matter how good you were with my mom. You feel me? So it was just like respect barriers have to be like respect has to be established in the beginning between a child and an adult. You feel me? That's not their parent. And I understand that like children are children, and we always like to tell children stay in a child's place. But at the end of the day, you can't force a child to respect nobody either.
No, that's true.
So it's like it's just there's ways to go about getting children to function a certain way with people, and I think you have to kind of meet them in a certain space for it to be comfortable.
Yeah, you do. But it's a couple things to that. Like I 1000% agree with what you said. Like any woman that I have dated that has been around my daughter, I can leave my daughter with them, and my daughter knows the same rules apply. Right. If this is my lady, you know, I trust this person, whatever, it's an extension of me.
Right.
I treat my daughter to listen to adults, period. Your teacher, your grandmother, even though I don't have a good relationship with her mother. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that in general. But I believe as far as meeting the man, that comes from the relationship you have with your child's mother. Like I don't want to meet the guy. I don't have a good relationship at all with my child's mother. So I don't care who she dates. There's no point in it. Like for instance, if I met him and I disapprove, would it change anything?
Right.
So my standard has always been, you understand no man can put his hands on my daughter. If anything like that happens, I hold you responsible for that. You understand? And both of y'all getting fucked up. That's just on the set. That's just how but there's no point in me me and her don't have a good relationship, right? So I'm sure she's conveyed that to her gentleman already, correct? So what bond could me and you gain from whatever? Just don't touch my kid. Don't spank them, whatever. My daughter knows to listen to adults, fine. But other than that.
But that's a major part of it though, is to tell you like the restrictions on my child for one. And I'm gonna tell you why it matters that I meet them, right? Let's say, for instance, I do have a shitty kid's mom, right? And she dates shitty dudes. You feel me? I need to see who this shitty dude is, so that way now I can coach my child how to act accordingly with him. Once I know who you are, I can tell my kid how to respond to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like let's say, for instance, if you're a shitty dude and you're dealing with my child, you feel me? And let's say my child is a respectful child. You feel me? Like, not everybody is owed respect, bro. If I want to be able to tell my child after I meet you, hey, if he moving funny, tell him fuck him, right? And come see me after that.
Okay, but then now, if this is the mother's man, she won't back that statement.
I don't care if she back it.
Okay, but what do you do if the child's in her custody, in her presence? What do you do if she's telling your kid, no, you listen to him. This is your stepdad. This is your whatever. Right. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't have you gonna just create chaos in their household. Which is going to backfire on you again. It's not really going
to... And it's fine, because if it's chaotic, it's going to be chaotic either way. But I'm going to coach my child how to navigate through the chaos. Yeah. You feel me? Regardless of whatever. You feel me? Yeah. Just like if we tell our kids the same thing when they go to school and somebody like hit them back. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but that's different. Like, that's why I say, you cannot put your hands on my kid.
Right.
But as far as just not liking the dude, I mean, you know what to do when you don't like nobody. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. I don't see the point. If I had a great relationship with a child's mother, like, okay, for instance,
but that's the only way. That's the only way I would want to meet my child's boyfriend. If I met my kid's mom's boyfriend, is if I had a good relationship with her.
Exactly.
I don't want to I don't get I'm not even concerned with nothing y'all got going on over there if I don't rock with you like that. When my kid come with me, we got our own world. You feel me? When he go back over there, that's something you got to deal with, and the trauma that you create, you'll have to deal with that child. Right. But most of the time, it's like I've just had. I guess I speak from that point because I've had good standing relationships with my kids' mothers. Dope. But I can understand when you don't rock with your kid's mom like that, and you don't.
Point. She was trying to force an introduction one time. I want you to meet him. Like, no, for what?
Right.
There's no
I don't
point.
Even like you, so what I need to meet him for?
There's no point, bro. You understand my rules. Don't touch my kid. Cool.
I don't know. It's like on the other side, I guess. Like, I could see where I would probably want to meet them, but then I would more so be like, let me look them up. I don't want to meet them.
So your dude gets your child's father gets a new girlfriend. You don't want to meet her?
I ain't gonna say I don't want to meet her. I want to know who it is, but I don't care if we speak.
You just want to know.
I just want to know who it is, so I can kind of look them up on my own to see real research of them.
So what if you don't approve? What if you don't approve?
There's nothing I could do about it.
Right.
And honestly, I'm going through this now, is that what I've realized is that I have instilled some really great things in my kids. So I trust them when they're with their dad. Right. And if it's one thing I know about their daddy, he gonna protect them. So whether he get with a crazy bitch or not, I know he ain't gonna let nobody fuck with our kids. Yeah. Whereas I know he knows that.
That's a dope thing to know.
I do know that about him. Like, I know he'll push a motherfucker completely the fuck off a mountain. He don't care about just one of the kids crying. So I ain't worried about that. Right. And I want to instill that so I can get reciprocity and he can do the same thing, because I want him to understand all the shit I went through in my life. I would never put anyone before my kids. However, I know my kids. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna have them around. No, nothing crazy. But I know, like, if, let's say I have a dude and he's like, hey, Curry just said something crazy, like, and I know her. So if it's her, I'll know she said it. If not, then I'll know. And I feel like if they're going to be living there, they should be able to feel comfortable being like, don't do that. Whoever, you know.
Okay. I got a random question for you as a woman, though, okay? Let's say your child's father gets a new girlfriend, right? You have girls?
2.
Okay, cool. Let's say she's totally different than you, right? Different style, different everything, right? And what if you see your daughter start adapting to her style? Like, let's say if your daughter start rocking her hair a little bit, or start dressing like her, or doing like Does that bother you as a mom to see her like rocking?
Well, not me because I change my stuff so much, and I do.
But what if it's clearly this bitch's style?
No, that's. I mean, I let my girls be individuals though. Right. So if they want to look like how the fuck she dressed, and let's say it's like super conservative or something,
right?
Then I'm gonna be like,
what if she cut him a mullet?
So that was the one thing for me was like when at one point I tried to hook him up with somebody, right? And he was like, "What the
hook your baby daddy?"
But the girl did good hair. She had good, like, I was like, okay, she can take care of the girl's hair. I ain't got to worry about that.
That's the ultimate. I'm over you.
That's the wild. Like, at least make her fine. That'll be dope, though. If your baby mama give you somebody fine.
Along, and I was like.
I've rented an apartment from my ex for me and my girlfriend before. That was wild.
From your, she was a landlord?
I want to rent your space.
You ain't gonna be fucking your new bitch in man. Well, I guess wild. If you need this motherfucking apartment field.
But that was the ultimate. That was the ultimate. We done.
Yeah, because she let you.
Ultimate. We done.
Yeah, it's business at that point.
I just be trying to be fair because I want people to be fair with me. You know what I'm saying? I try to give out what I want.
I
try not to be a hypocrite. Yeah. And I know that I can be because naturally I feel like sometimes I'm probably get cussed out for this, but I naturally feel like women are.
Yeah,
we do things that we don't realize is the definition of hypocrite, but we do.
I think a lot of women would be bothered by that, though. I just personally think if they start seeing their daughter vibing with this new bitch's swag, because I've been through that. Like,
I think it wouldn't affect me unless it was like my little girl they're 6 and 3. So, but if they was like 14 and 15, it'd probably be different because that's when they become like. You know, you proud of them liking you.
I just see
that's
mama flip out.
That's equivalent to a man coming along and taking your son and he at the football practice, he teaching them how to play football and shit. You like, hey man,
yeah. But you know, I'm cool as long because I agree with football. But like, if my son, let's say,
what if it was lacrosse?
Right, you running back and he want to play quarter. He want to play cornerback because Buddy play cornerback.
That'll bother me a little bit too. But I'm that's kind of still okay. I can get over that because you're still in the ballpark. But like, if I'm a football player and I'm like this, and he a Carlson. And my son want to wear like lacrosse sweaters tied around his waist and neck. I be like, hey, brother, no. I don't know what we got going on here, though. So
and they like, nah, let him be himself.
Like, nah, nigga, that nigga being you. Like, this is not my son.
I was lucky growing up. I still have favorite stepdads.
Yeah.
That were like pivotal in my life. And that I'm like, man, they were really dope. And I remember them treating us so well. That I know the benefit of having multiple people in a tribe being able to teach you different parts of life. Like, the only way I get through shit now is that I done been taught so much by so many different people that were, like, influential in my life.
But that helps you, too, though, with that experience you just said, because you grew up with multiple...
Yeah, I saw multiple stepdads. One of them is, like, a farmer now, and I learned so much from him, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I had one that was a DJ, like...
Niggas swore her daddy was
they was the shit.
Niggas swore one of her daddy was a farmer and one of them was a DJ. Do your mama have a type? Shit, were they all black?
They was all black.
That's the only type. Oh man.
Yeah, that's
my type. I don't have a type. They just gotta be black.
I had my son a dude cut my son hair one time.
That's rough too, bro.
I flipped shit.
You're supposed to.
And I cut hair though.
Yeah,
I flipped shit. I was like, boy.
Like the audacity. I would feel like your baby mama allowed that though. Like that's what the beef comes.
You set that up.
Yeah.
You set that up.
Mm-hmm. Because you could have called me to take him to the barbershop.
So what if y'all was talking to a girl and she's like, okay, yeah, my baby daddy's cool with whatever, everything good. Y'all start living together, boom, boom, kids like you and all. And then she say, but his daddy gonna do his haircuts. Like, but it's like, let's say it's something y'all about to go out of town and you like, I gotta take the little nigga to get a haircut. Nah,
he gonna go without a haircut until his daddy can get to it.
I'm G like that. Your daddy's your daddy. I don't never try to replace. If you have an active father and when I speak to you, bro, I ain't never trying to like.
So what if it's like 4 or 5 weeks and the little boy still
that nigga
waiting.
Just gonna be raggedy.
Yeah.
Hey dog, to your daddy say something or your mom or let the mama go do it.
Right. Yeah.
And then when they be like, who cut the hair? The mama took him.
Right.
Bro. Now, as far as following my rules, if your son live in my house, buddy, hey, I'm gonna let you know, like, hey, bro, this my rules in my crib.
He needs to look
this just what this gonna be.
Right.
Now, I ain't gonna put my hands on him. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying?
And for me, I appreciate that. That's why I say I always want to have a relationship with my kid's mother's boyfriend because I like when we have those conversations, I want to be able, like when he called me and say, hey, this is my crib and so on, so on, so on. So I want to be able to go double down on my son with that. Like, hey, man, respect that man's house.
Facts.
Respect that man's rules. You feel me? That's why I want to be that way because it's like I respect him.
Yeah.
You should respect him. Yeah. That's your mom's man. That's who she chose. You feel me? I respect it. You got to respect it too.
I fuck with that.
Yeah. So that's all it is. I think, like I said, I've been fortunate to be in good situations early on in our relationships. Though when my kids were younger, there was a lot of wild shit I didn't like. But when me and the mom start communicating better, you feel me? And we got out of our own way and our feelings, because a lot of shit be just like kind of
that's what
spite.
it's all based on.
It'd be spiteful. Like, you feel me? You trying to piss me off on a low, and you do little wild shit that you know gonna piss me off. But when we got to a space to where we kind of understood each other, the respect was there, and it was just certain shit they don't do now.
Yeah,
and I like that.
I just need women to be, and just in my personal experience, to understand their children's behavior. Also, you need to understand your child's mental health. I know this sounds bad. Yeah. I know this sounds whatever, but understand something, that's your child, not the person you meet's child. So if you want them to bond and attach, you have to also understand what your child comes with. If your child has something like autism, you understand what I'm saying?
That's a lot.
That is a handful for a new human being to walk in on and
who's
then
never
take
dealt
on.
With it, especially.
Facts. And if I am into you, if I love you, I have to take that on. That autistic kid will one day be in my house. That will one day alter my peace. You get what I'm saying? I have to take on that responsibility with you. So I just think that, and this could be for men who have full custody, I don't know, or men who have partial custody. At some point in time, you will get your autistic child or bipolar child, and your new woman will have to deal with that for a period of time. You have to be aware of those things. So you either have to learn to shield your partner from those things or explain that to your partner up front. You get what I'm saying? So I just think, because people think that you're supposed to come into their life and just accept me as I am. And that's not how this shit works. Your baggage is no one else's responsibility to take on. So you have to help them deal with it. When I have baby mama drama, the way I have it, when I meet a new girl, I do my best to shield them from that. You don't have to meet my baby mother. You don't have to talk to her. You don't have to be around when none of that shit's going on. If you want to, fine. You get what I'm saying? But I do try to shield you from that as much as possible, because that's not your responsibility to deal with. Yeah. And it can become too much. It can become too much for me, but I can't walk away from it.
Right.
The other person has that. You feel what I'm saying? And if you have an autistic child or something like that, don't act like that's not a heavy load. You get what I'm saying? I'm sure you get frustrated some days. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's bothersome to you. So think about the person who does have the option to be like, this ain't for me.
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
And being that person, understand what you're getting yourself into, and once you commit to something, you in it. You feel me? Don't choose somebody with attachments that you can't accept.
I've considered not dating until all my kids are over the age of 10, which is
I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful my kids are the age
now.
they are. Yeah, I'm grateful my kids are the age they are.
But it just depends on how your kids act. If you have you can have 5 children, which is a lot. And I would have to think about it financially. But if they're all well behaved,
we can roll.
I would take that over one kid who is fucking
absolutely.
Fucking indestructible.
Absolutely.
This nigga's a beast.
You guys are
this nigga's Thanos.
Great at communicating how you feel. A lot of people outside of here are not. They're not as transparent.
Yeah.
So you don't know what's up. They just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, but that's aggravating to keep dealing with. I don't even want to. I don't even want to give energy to conversations, because I have dope ass conversation, and then niggas fall for me. But then it's like,
don't nobody fall for you, nigga. That niggas, you heard that nigga? Mm-hmm. I have good conversations. Niggas fall for me.
They like talking to me. They may not want to date me, but then I like the conversation. Like, I don't want to even get caught up in no shit like that when this ain't gonna never go nowhere, because
that Quaaludes you put in their drink. That's what you doing. They raping them niggas. That's what you doing.
No, you know what I'm saying? It gets draining. So it's just like, I might as well just not even try this shit. Just not even give my phone number to no one and just be single.
I fuck with you.
7 years.
I had a girl who had a son who he's probably on the spectrum of some kind. But it does not affect your intelligence. I think sometimes people, when you label them autistic, they feel like, oh, he needs special attention. Like, nah, that nigga understands clearly. And once I understood that he understood clearly, I remember one day she left that nigga with me by myself. Soon as she walked out the door, I looked dead at that nigga. He looked at me. He knew, like, man, this shit is over with. When his mama got back, that nigga said, this is the worst day ever. All he had to do was listen, though. Nothing happened to him. He just he knew that I couldn't cut up.
Yeah.
So he got in one spot. That nigga got his book and he stayed there because he knew I didn't have an option. But when my mama here, I can cut up because she'll come to my aid.
So that's what I was going to say too earlier, was that, like, I had to notice once we was, because, like, you know, together in a house, no matter if y'all are good or not, the kids are still getting 2 people. So it's half of the stuff when it comes to discipline and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Man, to this day, my kids will be like, I'll be like 5 times, put your shoe, and then I say, they know me. If I start getting quiet, they like, Mama, you okay? No, I'm not okay.
Yeah. See, I
and
don't
y'all
like
aren't
that.
about to be either.
That one time Mama say put them shoes on, if she got to repeat that, I'd be like, man, y'all ain't hear y'all Mama put them shoes on?
Right, no, so I'm saying like, when their dad is like, y'all come on, it's...
Yeah. Because they understand. Kids get it, bro.
So it's like when we first, I had to realize that though. I didn't know because I was used to just being like, y'all come on. And they know daddy right there.
You think it ain't no autistic adults when they see them police get behind them, they don't think they put their seatbelt on?
Yeah.
You think they don't? They know what you know what you could do around certain people though. You understand? They know.
No, I'm saying even kids do that. So I think it's just like you realize like, dang, y'all be playing me. But I think most women don't realize they getting played by the kids because they got that nurturing, oh, I'm the mommy, come here thing in you naturally.
Yeah.
Now there's some who know it and they don't play that shit at all. But it's like I had to learn. So now it's like I have to talk to them a certain way. And sometimes people are like, who was around before, they're like, dang, Tania, you all right? I'm like, no, I'm good. But this is...
You got to learn.
I have to be a certain way for them to understand I'm not playing.
So somebody asked me, for just as a transition, somebody asked me about the podcast, right? And they said, what makes y'all think y'all the experts on love? What gives y'all the right to give other people advice on love? And I just wanted to ask, like, individually, do you think you have a right to explain love to other people? Because she was kind of tight about it. She was kind of, you get what I'm saying? But I just want y'all to answer, and I'll go into what I really want to say to you. But
I believe this. I think everybody on this planet is a compilation of the things they've experienced and been through. So if I can watch something and listen to 4 people give their point of view and their experiences, I can take something from all 4 people. So I don't think that we are the Bible on love, or we know everything about love. All we're doing is giving you our opinion from our perspective and the things that we've gone through. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if I were somebody that watched the podcast, I would take each and every individual stories of what they've gone through and their experiences, and I would add it to my own, and now you have a better arsenal.
Right.
The problem with people nowadays is that we always feel like our way is the only way, or everything we've gone through is the way things are. You feel me? But that's not the case. We all have different experiences, so I don't think that we think we're like the know-it-alls of love. It's just, I'm gonna give you my opinion, and I will say this is that a lot of the advice we give is based off of fact. You feel me? It's like we tell our opinions, but when we're like dead set on something, it's usually factual. It's usually something that you could look up and be proven. Right. So if I'm giving you something that's fact, there's nothing to debate. Yeah. It's not me thinking I know anything. It's just that it is what it is.
Yeah. Or that you verified in a manner that they could never verify.
Right.
Like when we say this is how men feel, we're not saying that this is just our personal feelings. Like
right.
we know when it's just our individual feelings. We verified with numerous other men in a way that you never could verify.
And on top of that, you get confirmation, because a lot of y'all, there'd be a lot of the same people that say they think they know everything. But it's just like your dude in my DMs, like, bro, I'm glad y'all said that. I couldn't say it myself. I'm just so glad y'all said it, bro. Y'all keep it going. Right. Y'all keep it going. I don't think people understand that there's a lot more people who appreciate this that don't be in the comments than there are that are in the comments. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Because a lot of the stuff we say, people can't agree with publicly because it'll ruin their situations at home. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I don't think we think we're experts. I just think I'm damn near 40 years old, and I think that's a lot of wisdom from somebody that's done a lot of living. And if you are somebody who is younger, like I would take advice. And I'm not saying everything I say apply to your life, but listen to it and filter it. Like that's what learning is taking all the information from everybody and filtering it and take what you can take from it and leave the rest out there. If you don't agree with some of it, don't. But some of this stuff is just like undebatable. And that's why a lot of times we have people on here and
they'll try though.
We ask a question and it's like silence, and then you got to bullshit us because you ain't really got an answer.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You an expert?
No, but I was gonna say like, okay, so I used to watch the show before so I've been the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? I do remember being like, dang.
That's a unique perspective. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Though. That you watched it before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I remember sometimes I would be like, I really wish I could go on here and talk. I used to say this because I was like, I always thought you were the one who was like
the bad guy.
Yeah, kind of like more aggressive. Mm-hmm. But it's not that Bone is either, though. He's just always chill, kind of.
Now Bone's the bad guy.
No. So I tell my homegirls, when we have people on, I be like, let's see who's going to get lost in his sauce.
Right.
Because they get lost in the poetry of how he can word shit. Even if it's bad, you be like, huh. And if they're not strong in what they believe, that's when they go, oh, okay. And then they just start agreeing with y'all. Yeah. And every time I'll be like, okay, this girl going to say something. And then eventually y'all would get them to be like, okay, yeah. And I'm like, that's not what they really want to say, but they don't know how to. I used to feel like y'all needed someone who would come on here and not care if people talk shit about me, because I know they do. Okay. Hated me, because I know they do.
Right.
Or hyped me, because I know they do.
Right.
And I know I'm going to get all of those because I get those every day. So that shit don't bother me.
I done had some people hit me up say they glad you on the show.
But I know I've heard from other people saying, who the fuck do she think she is just because she on that little podcast shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you really know me, you know I don't mean no harm in nothing I say. Right. I have no problem being told I'm wrong. I have no problem being like, oh, okay, shit, I was wrong. And I have no problem being honest with how women really think, without wondering if y'all gonna say, damn, what the fuck? Or if somebody's gonna say something to me, because y'all get the same thing on the reverse.
But do you feel tasked for speaking for all women on a lot of subjects?
I do, only because, like, I don't feel like it's my task. I feel like this is just me being able to verbalize sometimes what we can't verbalize when we're in an emotional state. But me, I know how to say how women feel emotionally. Yeah. Now, of course, there's gonna be women who are like, I don't feel shit like that. And then there's going to be some who I feel just like that. Mm-hmm. But the difference is I know that, and I can explain that we have a range of emotions. So I never feel like I'm right about anything. Clearly, I'm going through a divorce. I ain't get love right. So, but I feel like I don't mind saying what I didn't get right, which is a lot of shit that people don't want to say. Right. Or shit that I might have lacked on that people don't want to admit. Everybody always assumed the person leaving was perfect. And I was not. But so there's a lot of things that's like, you ain't gonna say. So whether you think I know it all or not, you're not gonna say this shit, bitch. You're gonna get on here and you're gonna get lost in it. And you're going to just agree with the shit, or you're just gonna shut up. And sometimes it's like, also, the only time I feel like I be right about something is if it's like hair or science. Other than that,
you bited that one. The one time we got on hair, I was like, "Damn, Tania bited that motherfucker." But that's your ballpark, though. That's your.
I, without a doubt, reasonably know what I'm talking about. Yeah. See, with love, that's why I can't debate this shit, because I've been needing advice all the motherfucking time.
Right. And I think I guarantee you it was a woman that said that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because another thing that makes us right a lot of the times is because we're always going to approach things outside of an emotional space.
Right.
You feel me? We're approaching it from a logical space. And a lot of the times like people don't know how to comprehend that.
And it's like fact. Because you're like I said, y'all blew my mind with some of the shit, because it was like, as women, I ain't going to say it's because we don't want to listen to y'all. It's that we really be thinking y'all think shit, but then y'all think so opposite of what the fuck we think y'all thought. So it's like, wait a minute. Y'all really be moving like this? And
yes.
See, y'all tell us shit that these niggas just know.
But we them niggas in some aspects too, though. Like this is a podcast platform, so you have to talk openly, honestly.
But that's what I'm saying. But
if you want it to be successful, but in our personal lives, I've been the nigga not telling the girl nothing. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I've been the side nigga. Like, I'm not giving you no advice. I'm just enjoying my position. And
so I think because of how podcasting is, other than ours, that's kind of why I do like being on this one. Is because it is raw emotion. We be really in this shit. It's not scripted. We really be, you know what I'm saying? Right. And a lot of these shows are not that way, and it's fake, and it's not real. And so when people watch ours, they're like, damn, this is harsh. Because the other one, spoon-fed.
I'm going to need y'all to down that transparency here a little bit more with me. Like, I feel like nothing but my blood. It's nothing but my blood dripping off that hill.
I jump out there all the time.
Brother, I've lost friends, relationships, family members.
Bruh, I told my lie got told to people
Tania, she had one moment when she fucked up.
And that nigga was act the same regardless.
Every other time she's been an angel.
Right.
And boy, no, bro. We die here. You die more than I do, but I die too. She doesn't die.
Do you know how many of my I've had
homegirls
whose dudes don't want them talking to me because they like she be on there talking about fucking with niggas.
They didn't like you before.
Probably not. But I'm saying now they got verifiable reason that I got these wild ideas and shit. I done said on here that I was okay with eating vagina and shit.
But I done
said a lot of shit.
A lot of your hate comes from being attached to us though. A lot of our shit and our problems we have come from the shit we say.
No, it's a lot of bitches that hate me by they niggas out here too.
Yeah, but that too. But it's just like the shit. Like a lot of the times, I think we say shit that we know is gonna get us in trouble. You don't really say a whole lot that's gonna get you in trouble. We say shit.
I'm waiting on you though. Come on over.
We openly say shit that's gonna get us in trouble. I say some shit and I know exactly who's gonna be mad at me when I say it. You feel me? And I say it anyway. But I don't even have to say names, and I know
you better at that than me. I don't know who gonna be mad at me. I know somebody, but you probably know directly. Yeah. I don't find out till they don't fuck with me no more. I go to text that person, I'm blocked. You be like, damn, I must say.
My students done brought the shit up in class before.
Hey, y'all think y'all love better than me?
Love?
Yes. I told this woman that I'm an expert in love because that's what I do best. I think that I'm a certified lover boy. It's not Drake, it's me. I'm a hopeless romantic. I think I love better than 99% of the people on the planet. I feel like I can talk to people about love. I feel like I've been hurt in ways that most men either don't get hurt or admit they've been hurt in. I've analyzed myself properly. I desire to be a certain thing. I know my shortcomings. I know what I lack. I've been able to revisit. I'll give you an example.
Such a Pisces moon.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, and you do have a Leo rising just like Drake. You are a certified lover boy.
Hey, just let him talk.
Yes, that has nothing to do with nothing.
Just relax.
So this is what I tell people. I feel like if you love right, in order to be a truly in love, you have to think about the end. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
I do not believe that you're in love if the end is not on your mind in the beginning.
Right.
When you fall in love with somebody,
all you think about it, you fear the end.
Right. You have to understand that at some point in time, whether through death or disagreement, that this will end. This is not forever, right? When you truly fall in love with somebody, that is something that will be a thorn in your side. I've been laying next to women thinking, let me not say women, 2 women, so it's multiple, but I've been in true love 2 times, right? I've sat next to them and thought to myself, damn, I hope that I go before they go. I don't want it to be the other way around. And this is young. You understand? Like, we weren't old, wrinkly, nothing like. I've been a young man looking at a woman like, man, I hope I die before you. She not knowing that's what I'm thinking, right? But I've thought about the end because that's the true definition of love. You understand what I'm saying? Love, death is in an essence love. You get what I'm saying? You don't get that?
I mean, I get what you're saying.
Exactly. Even if you want to take it outside of a relationship, right? People have to die for the next group of people to have something. Do you understand what I'm saying? Their death has a purpose. If none of us died, there would be nothing here for anybody, right? So I'm not talking about like murder, death, and all that kind of shit, but I'm talking about the essence of the end. That's also how you know you love somebody, you miss somebody, the gravesite, the memorial, the emotions at the funeral. Sometimes people don't express nothing until it's over, right?
Yeah, but that's not how everyone's emotions work with love, and it can still be love. Like, I feel like I love just as deeply, except I'm just thinking about how great it is to have some of this love, even if it is for this short time on earth.
But your pool is wide. Your love pool is wider than it is deep. I feel like you have the capability of loving more people, but not loving them as deep. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. I feel like Bones' pool is a members-only pool. It's a deep pool, but you got to pay your dues here.
Absolutely.
If you don't pay your dues, you can lose your membership.
Absolutely.
Right. I have once you're in this pool, you can jump off the side, you can do whatever. I'm just an endless love type of person.
You ain't never been more accurate in your life.
Because I sense love.
But I'm telling you, yeah. And I think I understand love. I think I understand. I think I'm also an expert in love because anything you say, I can understand it clearly. You feel me? It's just like a language. Like you may be a master of a language that you don't speak often, but you understand it.
Facts.
So it's just the same thing with me. I understand. That's why I always tell you I can understand the guy that kills the whole family and the dog, and I understand that.
Right.
But it's just like I understand it. I understand that state of love, but I just won't allow myself to be there. You feel me? You've been there and you've lived in that. You feel me? And there's evidence of that.
Right.
So I can understand you feeling like you're an expert in that and you being able to elaborate on that. Just like she's an expert in hair, and if we talking about music, I'm going to be an expert in music.
Right.
So if it's something that I know what the hell I'm talking about, you can come to me all day long and say, and I think I know what I'm talking about, and I'm going to back it with facts. Like, well, challenge me on it. That's why anybody who watches this that says, because I don't think y'all realize how hard it is to come on here and have a conversation and stand on that shit that you say in the comments.
I just told somebody podcasting is hard.
So you bring your ass in here, and not even necessarily podcasting. It's podcasting with intellectuals, people who like a lot of the times we may not be able to find the words and we express it in our own fashion. But when we hit you the way we hit you, it's hard to recover from that shit if you ain't standing on nothing. If you ain't here coming in here standing on your emotion, because that's what most people do in the comments, or most people that watch it, it's just they're emotional.
Right.
You come on here and you come on here with that emotional, you're going to get embarrassed most cases.
Right. Because you're going to have to explain it.
Or you're going to be quiet because you're going to get crushed so many times and you're going to sit your ass back and you're going to, you feel me? We've brought some of the strongest personalities I've known on here. And
when you press that record button, it's like,
it's different. They change. Or we'll hear them in another setting using the shit that they regurgitating a lot of the shit they got from us.
Right.
And it's like they don't even realize they got it. Like your whole thought process changed after you left here, you know?
Which I'm cool with it.
Which it should be that way. And that's why when it's like I watch people like that watch the podcast, I've had so many people tell me, like, I'm sure you get the messages all the time. Damn, I never thought about it like that. Right. Damn, I never thought about it like that. But you have to be open to receive that to be able to feel that. And a lot of people come in so guarded and not trying to hear anything you say. A lot of times people will disagree with everything they heard on the podcast, but can't repeat one thing they heard on the podcast.
Right.
You feel me? If you listen to this shit, it's hard to debate a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
If you come into a hate, you're going to miss the whole thing. You just in it for the hate.
Right.
But I can understand why, and it wasn't an insult. I don't want you to think I was insulting your ability to love or anything like that. I understand why people don't swim. It's a dangerous pool to swim in.
No. I just think that I'm very, like you said, I say certain stuff, but I don't. I'm very private about certain parts of me. But like y'all know, like, because I've talked to y'all, but like I still love, like, if I love you, that doesn't go away. Yeah. With this, we have to understand too that the whole point, the whole reason for us starting this was transparency. Now, I do believe that there are things that aren't people's business. Right. And usually in my case, the things that aren't people's business are things that I may say that may affect people that are close to me in their everyday life. Right. You feel me? But
I agree with that. I won't say that.
But if it's something that's attached to me directly and only me, I'm an open book. Ask me whatever the fuck you want to ask me on here. I'm going to give it to you because it's like, bro, I don't have any skeletons in my closet. Right. You feel what I'm saying? And if there's anything that's going on with me or anything in my life, it's just like, if I don't say it, it's to protect my children or people like that. But other than that, if it's just me directly, bro, I'm game. I ain't really like, I don't have no shame. It's just, yeah. And what's funny though is that the parts of my life that are private that affect other people, I don't mind sharing that either. It's just for the sake of them. Right. It's because I don't give a fuck about nothing. You feel me? Yeah. So that's like, transparency is why we started this, and that's why I hate when we bring on guests and we get into certain topics. It's like they shut down and clam up and they just like, no. I'm just like, bro, like, we told you before you came on here what this shit was gonna be like, and now you in it.
They was like, run it. All right, here it comes.
And when it ran, it's just like, now you don't want to be like, oh no. It's just like people want to talk. Right, you want to talk about the comfortable shit, the shit. You feel me? Like, no, let's talk about the shit that makes you uncomfortable. Let's stop talking about the shit that make everybody else uncomfortable.
How many times you play with that pussy every day? That's what I want to know today. Yeah. How many times when you be in there acting like you in there listening to music, how many times you beating off, lady?
No, what I was gonna say is I think that since it was a
right, and then when we don't say nothing, you get a little drunk and you just automatically start talking about fucking. It's like, oh, I thought you didn't want to mention none of that, but go ahead.
You said a girl asked you. Okay, so like with love, women sometimes aren't looking at it as a fact, how you're explaining it, like with science, and you're explaining how it works. We are feelers. So she's probably saying it like, everybody feels differently in love. So how do you feel like you can tell people how to feel? You see what I'm saying? A whole bunch of feelings.
I think this though. I'm gonna say this. I don't think there's different type of feelings in love. I just feel like people put their own definition have their own definition of what love is.
I know.
But love is love.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's the logical way. But because we're women and y'all know how we break things down in a more emotional, she's saying like everybody doesn't get these same feelings. Even though you're saying no, the feeling you're describing is love, and love is love.
No, I feel like this. I feel like love is love. Like I said,
right.
I don't think there's a different type of feeling.
I know like, that, but I'm explaining that's what the viewer who asked this is probably thinking of it from the woman's side.
And I'm explaining to that viewer and I'm explaining to it is that like it's like it is what it is. Yeah. Like we can take like pain, right? Pain has so many definitions to different people. You feel me? Hurt, all of these words have different definitions. And everybody has their own definition of what love is, but that doesn't change what love actually is.
Right.
Agreed.
You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you can say I love them, and then I tell you what love is, and you like, nah, I don't feel that way. Well, you don't love them.
Right.
That's simple as that. Like love is love. We like to make love subjective when it's not.
It's that's what
love
I'm saying.
Love is love.
Yeah.
We try to make love comfortable.
Right.
Love does not have a safety net. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. The more you actually love, the more you're in a position to actually be hurt. I agree with you 1,000%. Love is love. We all love the same. We just love different things.
Right.
I tell people this all the time. Just watch somebody. You'll meet a person that say, I don't know how to love. But that same person will be dedicated to their job or their craft. Nigga, that's love.
Yeah.
Look how you're so dedicated to this. Nothing can get in the way of it. Nothing stops you from going to this job or this craft. Even if you love to play back, like you'll meet a guy who is in the NBA. You want to be the best player in the world, right? But he'll tell his wife, I don't know how to love. I never love that. But you in the gym every day, dog.
Playing basketball.
Nothing
like
get in the way.
Yeah.
Nigga, no, that's what you love.
And you don't feel that way about me, so you don't love me.
Facts. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's no pressure. Somebody will look at your 8 hours of shooting jumpers as a task. You in there, but I need 9. I want to shoot some more jumpers. You understand what I'm saying? But because you love it, it's not a task. You get what I'm saying? So we all love the exact same way. A nigga might love Pokemon cards. Go in there and touch them fucking Pokemon cards and see what happened to you. You understand what I'm saying? That nigga gonna come out hotter than the sun bitch who ruffled up my Pokemon. You understand what I'm saying?
Jigglypuff.
Right. But he'll let a nigga goddamn spot his wife at the gym. No, you can spot her, dude.
Yeah.
No, nigga. I bet I can't spot that Pokemon, though. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we all love the same, bro. Love is love. We just make excuses for it.
Right.
There is no safety net. When you fall in love with somebody, you are vulnerable. You can be hurt. The people that you love can take you down through that. That's what love is, bro. Mm-hmm. The Bible is a love story. I tell people that all the time. Whether you think it's real or whether you think it's fake, it's the ultimate love story. Person who was willing to die for you, who got nothing in return, never got the respect that he deserved, got treated any kind of way, and at the end of the day said, I forgive you, I love you, I'll protect you. That's what love is. It's not giving and being respect. Love is like, not receiving. It's giving. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all. I do think that that's one of my gifts to the world, bro. I don't love often, but when I do love, I think I'm great at it. Where I get that from, I don't know, but I see my daughter and I see myself in my kid. Like she's the most want everybody to be happy human, bro, I've ever met in my life. And then I just, so I told her, like, I do feel like I'm an expert in love. It's just what I do. And because
I feel like I know what love is, it makes it harder to allow somebody in that space. If you know the magnitude of it, you have to be selective about who you let there, because it's basically almost like letting somebody in your safe.
Oh, facts. I understand completely why people are guarded. Right. It's rough, bro.
Yeah, bro. Because I watch my homies, I watch what fucked me up in life, and what made me so guarded is that I watch my brother, who is a lover, the ultimate lover. The way you love reminds me of the way he loves. Right. You feel me? And I watched this man like die on the cross for somebody that didn't deserve it. And I'm watching this as a 14, 15-year-old boy. And I said, that's never going to be me. And I understood. And I was just like, I seen love at its highest level. Right. You feel me? And I was just like, bro, I know that's in me, because I've seen women that I wanted to give that to. But there were so many red flags that it was just like, no. You feel me? Like it's suicide at that point. Yeah. Because if you love the wrong person, that is suicide.
Yeah, it can ruin your life.
Because most of the time, most men don't recover. And it's rare that you find somebody after the person you love that you recover. It's rare that you find somebody that right after the person you love that's love worthy. You feel me? It's like you spent all your life finding this one person. You give it to them, and most of the time, it doesn't take much to love the first time. It doesn't take for this person to be so great. You feel me? It's just they got to be first, and it's your first experience being vulnerable like that, and you let go of the steering wheel and you crash.
Right.
So now you're driving timid and stiff the rest of your life. You feel what I'm saying? And you're afraid to let go of the steering wheel with anybody else because the first time you let it go, it's crashing. It's somebody, you might meet the person that's worthy of being loved. And you can never love them because of that person that you loved who was the wrong person.
Real shit.
So do you just go through life never loving?
Some people do. Some people do.
Some people do. But what you need to understand is that because we pin the word love on everything and we think we love everything, we think we go through life and we think we have love. But the thing about it is that very few of us have ever loved, because if you have love, most of the time you're not recovered to love again. So it's not going through life without loving. For some people, it's safer to go through life without loving.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
There's not a happy ending for everybody.
Right.
If you ever been in the hospital, ever been in hospice, or ever been, you get what I'm saying. I've had the pleasure, I would say, of working in those environments because I was able to learn something from it. There are a lot of people laying on them beds by themselves and with a lot of regrets.
Literally, as a kid, was one of my goals is to never not feel real happiness.
Right. Right. And that's
a lot of people.
That's all I want to do. So it's like I'm not going to allow myself to not love. I would rather love and lost and love and lost and love again or whatever.
But you have to protect yourself.
Right.
You can't just openly. That's why I say your pool is wider than it is deep.
Right.
You'll let a lot of people jump in this motherfucker. It just ain't that deep to go. Right. That's why you're losing.
Right.
Again.
Because if it's deep.
No, but see, I haven't done it but 3 times.
That
you say that, but every time you meet a nigga,
I don't love them.
I'm not saying you do. But they dip that toe in that water. I could tell by you ever got the DM from Tania. Hey, bro, what you think about this, man? I kind of like this nigga. I'd be like, if you don't get that nigga out your pool,
right?
That nigga got his toes in your
First
pool.
Of all, I just,
right.
At least transparency. You part of the club.
I have not asked you that multiple times.
Not
about love. I'm like,
it's
what
not
you
about
think
love,
about?
but you get giddy for a nigga real quick.
And I don't go it doesn't go anywhere because I have my own standards.
The only reason why that nigga ain't fully wet from your pool is because you ain't fucked him yet. The first nigga that fuck is finna cannonball in your pool. You understand?
No,
and what you
it's gonna be water on the side.
Tell me if you agree with this, right? If there's a situation, right, to where somebody who you claim to have love, right, is trying to be back in your life, and you're not with it. One of y'all didn't love the other.
Hold on, give me 2 more
time.
Then
I'll take it because I know what you mean.
So let's say, for instance, right? Let's say how you loved your ex, right? If she came back and say, I want to try this again, I want to work it out, right? You would more than likely be down or not.
I'll be down.
You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you is this. The point, what I'm trying to say is this, is that when you truly have loved somebody, the only real separation between y'all is death. If y'all love each other.
No.
Agreed.
Or if you feel like someone is putting you in death.
No, death. Because like what I'm saying is that I think this is what I'm trying to explain is that the magnitude of the word love. I think because what people will say is that because when you love something, bro, and it loves you back, there is no separating when it's true love. So like if you got an ex that's trying to get back with you and you claim you love them and you like, no, I don't want them. You probably didn't love them.
Loves you back is the key.
But here's the I think
a person who loves you back wouldn't make you feel like you're dead.
But you understand maybe that person, just because a person's trying to get back with you doesn't mean that person is good for you or that they loved you. Right. So he's not saying just because your ex want to come back, let them back.
He's saying if you love them, you would take them back.
No. What I'm saying, if two things truly love each other, there is no separation between them.
Right. He's saying in the best case, and let's say it's actually love, not like a person who didn't love you, they want to control you or they abused you or whatever. Now you gone, they want you back. That's not love. We're not. He's saying that let's say if it's two people who truly love each other. Even in separation, you are together. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for instance, I can speak for myself. I truly love my ex,
and she didn't love you the same,
right? And we are not together, but I don't love her no differently, and we're nowhere close. She's probably fucking with somebody else right now. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But what he's saying is, if it was true love on both ends, and it could be. Let me not speak for her just because her experiences with love may allow
somebody.
her to act differently or a certain way, right? So she could be with someone else right now and still love me. Technically, we're together in bond love,
right,
but we're not together.
Right.
So even in separation, two people can still be in love.
And I said that.
Absolutely.
I felt that.
That doesn't mean, He just wants to say just take your ex back because they want to come back.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. No.
I'm just saying if that shit is if it is what you say it is, there's usually no separation.
Right. Some kind of way, something. I agree with that because I even look at my mother, even though like she's divorced and stuff like that. Like she always loved my pop. Like it's just she might as well wrap it up.
Right. It's never gonna be another.
Right. Now she know not to go back because he ain't corrected his behavior. It'd be foolish for her to go back, but that it is what it is.
Just because you make different choices doesn't change the way you feel. Like I might feel like somebody like me and a person may love each other, but we're not in alignment on the things that we want, and we're not together. But at the same time, this other person I'm with is more than likely being accepted and tolerated. Then you feel me?
Because there are multiple choices in life. Yeah. You can choose to live the life with the person you love, or you could choose to live the life with the person that fits you best.
Right.
Sometimes those are two different things.
Exactly.
When you get married, when they say "till death do us part," better or for worse, there's no limit to worse. Do you understand that worse is an endless bottom? You understand? Worse can get as low. That person can get on crack. That person can do what. That worse is however bad it gets. You get what I'm saying? You don't
better
get to
worse,
dictate.
Sickness and health.
Right. So you can technically love somebody who is taking you down through there. But if that's your love, that's your love.
Right.
And now you can choose to be like, I can't do this no more and go spend your life with somebody who fits you best.
Right.
But it might not feel the same. Some people are in a marriage right now or a second marriage or a third marriage that fits great, but the feeling ain't there. Like that butterfly feeling, that jittery feeling, that I love you, passionate, it's not there. But man, we get along. We manage money well together. I don't worry about you cheating. We like the same things. You get what I'm saying?
And those vows line up with what I said. Till death do us part.
Yeah. And I think that some people, I wish they had a rule that if you get married, you couldn't be unmarried. I do wish that.
Then fewer people would get married.
You would think about it more though. Right. If they said, hey, once you do this is just you.
We'd all take our time, and they would last a lot longer, and they would be more genuine, and they would be real.
But off love, let's talk about wet lady boys.
You said what?
Wet lady boys.
Oh man, I know you're going with this. That man said wet lady boys.
Yeah, do lady boys get wet? I don't know if that's transgender females. I don't know how this works. But so there's a swimmer. I don't know her name. I will say her because that's how she wants to be identified.
Leah something.
I should have done my research. I apologize for not knowing your name. I do not want to insult you by not knowing your name, but she just won. She ranked number 1 in female swimmers. Mm-hmm. Okay, but I take it from all the controversy that she was not born. No,
she did not transition until age 21.
Right.
And was ranked 462 in the men's competition.
As a male swimmer.
Right. And then decided, I guess, to start taking hormone. And now just won the women's.
How about this though? This is what I want to ask.
Okay.
Wouldn't it just make sense to get rid of gender in general if we're gonna do a thing to allow a man to cross over and be and identify as a woman and go swim with women? Let's just take the gender out of the sport in general and just let everybody swim against everybody.
Just be swimmers.
Let's just be swimmers, because it's not fair for me to have to. All right, I'm going to label you a transgender and I'm going to put you over here with women.
Right.
Those are still two different things. Mm-hmm. Women and transgenders are different. I can call you a woman and you can be referred to as a woman, but you're technically.
And have you seen the picture?
You're technically not a woman. So my thing is like, how about we do this? Either we need to take away the category of men and women swimming and men and women basketball and men and women football and just have football, basketball, and swimming, or we have transgender swimming, men swimming, and women swimming.
It just be co-ed. Like it'd be co-ed. WNBA, NBA merge. If you the best players.
Right. If we're gonna do that.
Right.
If we're gonna do that, because it's unfair for me to Joanna man y'all and then say I'm a fucking woman and kick y'all ass and then you feel me and then get a trophy and act like everything is good. No, how about we have a category and a league for transgenders? If you want to cross over, you take your ass over here and you compete with people like you.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna compete with people like, because it's not the difference between, it's not like black and white to where we're all like a black woman and a white woman are still built and wired the same. A black man and a white man is still built and wired the same. You feel me?
Right.
It's different, bro. So, like, why don't they just have your own category? It should be a transgender swimming category. And then they can race against each other. And then it's fair.
Right.
If that's the case, like, it would be wild as hell if I wanted to be a female boxer and I crossed over.
Right.
You feel me?
Y'all seen Boosie
and I went in and I was just bopping the shit out of women.
Nigga trained for 6 months, he the champ, right?
Like, what? How wild is that?
Did y'all see the
What's
video
the
of
difference?
Of Boosie describing this?
No, I didn't see Boosie, but I'm sure my nigga said some wild shit.
He said it the best way though. He said, "Get your ass out them people, out them people pool." He said that would be like, what did he say? Somebody, Shaquille O'Neal, just start going over there, bopping, boop, boop, boop. And they said, "What about Kevin Durant in the WNBA?" And he said he'd be dusting their ass.
But technically, he could do that if he wanted to, couldn't he?
He said, "Now you know what? Y'all done took it so far that y'all want to be so accepted as a trans. Now they finna have 7 foot tall something people basically letting their kids do it just to get money." He said these people think about money
because you could do it for money.
Yeah, that
you could have like if you've number one in something else. Like I'm not ranked in powerlifting for men, but if I wanted to go be a female powerlifter right now, I'm in the elites right now today.
Right.
So
and you don't have to do much. All you gotta do is like
might not be the best, but I'm up there. Shit.
Tuck your dick, put your ones on, and put a wig on, and say I identify.
But
that's it.
That's all you got to do.
Because he don't got no boobs or nothing. It ain't like he was taking.
Man, this man standing on the podium like 6'9", bro.
Come on, man. I said that shit was wild.
And
then the other women up there just slumped shoulders like, man, this crazy. What about the woman who won second? I'd be so hot. Man, I'd be like, folks,
you know how wild.
This nigga is not a lady.
That means she good as fuck too.
Right. This nigga's not a lady.
And then they had a nerd in Little League. It's just like if the kid weigh too much or he too big, he can't play.
Nah.
My son gets red stripes.
What sense does that make?
He ain't allowed to hit in certain games.
Listen, man,
he too big. They gave him the red stripe.
Yeah, because he a 9-year-old. My bad. He got an August birthday, so
but he's 9.
But he can't hit no.
With 8-year-olds.
Think about that. He too big to hit. They got to put a.
They put a red stripe on his helmet because he be sacking them.
Our world is so stupid, bro. Like Kyrie can't play in the home games, but he can sit in the stands, and sit on the bench, and slap five and hug and smile. And he can come to the games as a fan, but he can't play.
It's why. I mean, I have different takes on Kyrie Irving, but
not outside of him personally. Just the logic that even when you go to the airport, they have you standing 6 feet apart in the line to check in, and then they cram you in a plane together.
Exactly. And then you can take your mask off to eat in this motherfucker.
Right.
How about I just eat the whole flight? Just give me some cookies and I'm going to snack on these cookies.
Right. Piss everybody off.
Yeah, exactly. No, ma'am, I'm eating. Stop telling me to put my mask on.
Or I'm in a restaurant. They check me. I can't come in without a mask. You walk me to my table and I take the mask off.
Mask off. Yeah, exactly.
That's just, bro, the logic of this world is so crazy, bro. It's just, it's weird, bro.
But how far does this go? Okay, let's I'm always joking.
I wish we would have started with this.
But seriously. I didn't want to come out the gate with just, But seriously, all jokes aside, I understand the plight to be gay or transgender. I fully understand. I've said a million times that I'm an ally, right? I get it. If you are born a certain way, I can't tell you how you feel on the inside. I'm not you. I don't have your brain. I don't have your heart. I don't have your mind, none of that shit. So I cannot tell you how you feel on the inside. I believe people are born gay. I believe people are born straight. I believe that like your body is a complicated computer.
Yeah.
You understand? So in the course of being formed into a human being, I believe wires can go all kind of ways.
Right.
And who am I to tell you how your wires are aligned? You get what I'm saying? Because I don't want nobody to tell me about how mine are.
Right.
Okay? Fine. But don't say that I'm homophobic or anti-transgender or anything like that when we're talking about competing. This is competition. Women are born a certain way physically, and men are born a certain way physically. It does not take a rocket scientist to see that most men are born stronger, faster, bigger. Like we have averages. Like these are studies. We have the average height of a woman, the average height of a man. We see the difference, right? So when you're talking about competition, muscle structure, size, speed has always been an advantage. People take steroids to gain those advantages. So if I can just say that, okay, I want to identify as a woman, that's fine. I have the right to identify as that, right? But I don't get to go compete against actual full-born females.
And this is what I always have to push back with you when I say when I understand, I agree with you 1,000% that wires get crossed and you can't tell somebody how to feel. But I can tell you that you don't feel like a woman if you were born a man, for the simple fact that not from an emotional standpoint. I mean, from like there are things that come with being a woman. Just like you say, when we talk about competing, right? Women are a certain size. Women are of a certain stature. You feel me? All of that comes with being a woman, not just the emotional side, the physical side too. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. So if you are born a man with all of this, you can feel how you feel internally. And I also understand this. It's just like we can sit here because neither one of us know what it's like to be a woman or what it feels like to be a woman.
Right.
We can't compare and contrast any of this.
But you can when you all you have to do is listen to other people. There are some people who are comfortable being their transparent selves, just like we are, right? You can even look at the gay culture. There are some gay masculine men and there are some gay feminine men.
Right, I understand that.
And they will tell you themselves that we are different.
I get
bottoms
that.
And tops. I'm not a top,
listen,
I'm a bottom.
I get all that.
So there has to be some wiring involved in that.
I understand that. I'm not disagreeing with that. But what I'm telling you is that a lot of that is that's preference. You feel me?
But your preference come from your wires.
Right. But what I'm telling you is that you can't preference being like Tania is a woman. Yes. Correct? So let's say, for instance, I'm like, damn, I always felt like a woman. Okay. What do I have to compare that to?
Other women. Like, let's just say, okay, let's say I'm sitting in the room. Okay, let's check this out.
I don't have a period, bro. I can't get pregnant.
Those are things that how we identify gender. Wait a minute. That's how we identify a gender based on those things.
What? Period?
Yes.
No.
That's a part of womanhood.
Biologically only a woman. You don't have one.
That's what I'm saying. That's how we identify. Like a dick, dude, vagina.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm saying, we're saying the same thing. That's how you identify a gender. Their organs, their body makeup. Okay, cool. Feelings have nothing to do with your makeup. Let me finish. So listen, let's say that I was a man, right? But I felt different. I know when I talk to other men, like, and they say stuff, I don't feel like that. I don't say nothing though. I'm supposed to feel like that, right?
Right.
Yeah, dog. I feel that. That's what I'm supposed to do, right? But then now let's say I just sit around with a bunch of women. After I've had, I grow older and I get around some women and you go to talk about how women feel emotionally. I'm like, damn, that's how I fucking feel. Then I hear this other woman say, but how can you, if I feel like her, if she's explaining how she feels emotionally, brother, of mine.
That's gender roles.
I understand.
So exactly. So listen to what I'm saying.
But we're saying sexual, as in X and Y and X and X.
So I'm not.
So you can't feel that one is what we're saying.
But he's not saying he understands.
A period only goes with XX.
He's not saying he understands how a period feels. He's not saying he understands how a pussy feels. He's saying emotionally, I feel like I am a woman trapped in a man's body. Right? But emotionally.
But this is
mentally.
I get that, bro.
Right.
But I get that.
If women like all of this stuff and hit them, I like this too. Women feel I feel that too.
I get that, bro. But what I'm saying is I could sit here and feel all the shit a woman feels too, bro. But I can't feel like a fucking woman because I don't know what a woman feels like.
But I'm talking to women, bro. This is what I'm saying.
Cool, bro.
If women are saying, you're telling me I don't know what a woman feels like, and I don't. Okay? I'm not a woman. But I know what men feel like because I'm a man, right? Now let's say I talk to women. We sit here on this show and have these conversations, and I feel they're saying things. I'm not like they're not. I'm just listening to you talk. I'm like, I feel like that in my mind. This is how I feel, but whether you said something or not, that's how I know how women feel.
But what I'm saying,
they've talked to women.
My point is this, bro. Being a woman is not a programming. That's a programming, bro.
So exactly.
Being
when you're born,
being a woman,
bro, you can be born schizophrenic. There are people who are born who think they have multiple personalities. There are people who have switches where they can switch and they have an accent.
For sure.
Right.
You feel like some other shit. You don't feel like a woman because you don't know what a woman feels like.
But so
you feel different.
It is easier to feel like a woman than it is to feel like a French man and you're a black dude. It's just as the wirings are just as crazy. How you gonna say that?
Because what I'm saying, like I get what he's saying. He's saying like you'll never know what it's like to naturally grow titties. You'll never know what it's like to have a period.
Those are the biological.
It's just like this is what I'm saying, bro. I can't feel like a dog because I don't know how a fucking dog feels.
But if you can talk to a fucking dog, you might know how they feel.
No, I still can't feel how a dog feels. I don't have 4 legs. I don't fucking have to walk on 4 legs. I don't grow fur. None of that.
So no, you don't know how it is to grow the organs and the limbs of another species.
Which is part of being a woman.
You do not.
A woman is all of this, bro.
Exactly.
A woman is all of this.
exactly. That's why they're trans women. That's why they're trans women. That's why they're trans men. They understand that biologically I am not you. That's why they say I am a woman trapped in a man's body. I understand that physically. I do not understand how you feel. I don't know what a period feels like once you give birth.
So how about this? So as a white dude, right? As a white dude, hold on. As a white dude, I can hang around some black people and say I feel like a black person.
Yeah, but you're comparing this. You cannot compare your race.
What's the difference?
You cannot compare your race.
What's the difference?
Okay,
it's a feeling.
Let me explain.
Go ahead.
Okay, me being black is not a feeling. Being black is a race. Being in black culture is a feeling. There are white people who identify with our culture more than some black people.
Are they black? Can they identify as black though?
But they don't. Can
they write it on a piece of paper?
They are not black, and they don't think they're black. They identify with black culture.
No, so I'm a white man and I think I'm black.
Identify with woman culture then.
Right.
They damn
because
sure
they damn sure ain't no woman.
They do, but guess what? There are pills that can help them become a woman. And if that cracker who think he black had a pill,
get melanin shots like that, black
and some of them might do that.
So then she can say nigga
but
all that.
Does that make you feel?
She worked for the NAACP. What's more nigga than that?
Not Rachel Donzel, that lady in Germany who done turned herself his
That's pretty nigga to me. Shit.
We gonna have to agree to disagree on that.
But listen, I don't want to compare race to a person's you.
Oh, nice. Because only the women are getting affected.
You are talking about mental makeup. A person can be gay and be white, black, any race and be gay, right?
You can be gay,
but trans people
but
ain't
you can't
always
feel like
gay.
a woman.
I'm not calling them gay. I'm giving you an example of how your wires can change how you are emotionally. It cannot change your actual gender.
Your emotions don't make you a woman, though, bro.
Bro, they're not saying that they are women. They say
they are saying they're women. They want you to address them as women.
And we're all calling that bullshit. I agree that if you're born with a dick, you're not a woman.
You just called him a woman.
Because I am respecting what he wants to be called.
Respect me as want to be called a white man.
If you want me, if you want to be called a white man enough, I fuck with that.
Please, then.
Okay, fuck with that.
Now on,
white man bone. That's what I'm gonna call you. Exactly. I'm gonna call you wishbone. It's white. That's fine. If that's what you want to be called enough,
please.
I'm cool with that.
I'm rolling with that for the rest of the year with everybody.
That's fine.
I am sick of this shit.
And I wanted to reflect on my credit score and my hiring process.
Right.
Yes.
It's got nothing to do with the makeup. All I'm saying is, bro, when you understand the brain, do you understand? That shit is more, we understand how powerful that shit is. We watch people with bipolar disorder. We watch people walk around the street every day talking to themselves. We consider them batshit crazy. They live like that. I can't even understand how you live like that. They wake up like that. This is their daily life because their brain is telling them something different than ours is telling us, bro.
Right.
Yeah, so but listen.
Go ahead.
So if a person's brain, which they cannot fucking help, you understand, makes them feel and identify as a woman. When you're putting this shit together, when the life form is being formed, when your DNA is being formed, if something crosses slightly, it's going to alter how you feel. And if they feel like a woman, and we live in today's society where there are drugs that can give me some booze, well then fucking why not?
Well, how about
I already feel like a chick on the inside.
Well, why don't surgery to compete? Then.
Well, how about this?
No, I don't disagree with the competing. I'm saying if you want to identify with one, I understand that because you cannot control how you feel. But now you cannot take that and then go biologically compete with women. We agree biologically. To me, you are not a woman. You were born a boy. I will always view you as a male. Out of respect for your human right, and I can't tell you how your brain feels. If you want to be a ma'am, I will refer to you as ma'am. I have no problem with that.
So
but you cannot biologically compete with women. You cannot biologically have a baby. Mm-hmm. You cannot biologically have a period. So how can you biologically compete, which is all physical? It's not mental. That has nothing to do with your mindset. This is all physical. Majority of it is the physical part. Right. You cannot compete against actual born women.
So let's not insult women by calling them women because they're not women, bro.
That will be on women's plight. That's not for me to decide. If all women get together and say, "Hey, don't call us this," then that's for y'all to fight.
But that's not for me to fight. But the thing about it, if all women got together and said that right now, it won't matter. It won't matter.
We were mad about the whole idea that they want to take women off of periods and off of tampons and all this. It's like they just want to say.
And it don't matter because it doesn't matter, bro. Because we live in a male dominated society, bro.
Correct.
Yeah, but no.
If we
So
all
women can
hear
complain
it,
about
they're
whatever
not
the fuck
going to
they wanna
take that
complain
away.
about.
They're going to say that that's what they are.
The reason why it exists is the same reason why black people get treated the same way, because we're half and half. When something goes wrong, half of us are offended, the other half don't give a fuck. There are women who support the trans movement. There are women who support that.
Right.
Yeah, honey. Yes, that's okay. That's fine. Some of y'all get offended, some of y'all don't. But if all of y'all got offended, it's not enough of them to fight back.
Until I want to box y'all ass, then y'all will stop agreeing. Until I want to come over and beat up Layla Ali and the rest of these motherfuckers.
I just want to know. Okay, listen. I just feel like this. I'm all for fair. Okay.
Yeah.
If you could use it for that, I should be able to use it when I want to as well. Right. I'm fine being a man, but if in the event that I were to go to prison, I would like to identify as a woman. I think I could spend my 10 years in the female prison a lot better than my 10 years in the male prison. I feel like I should be able to identify as a woman and go in there and compete.
So do trans
for
have
who gonna
to go
run the
to,
set?
Do trans?
Nah, they put them in the women's prison.
They do?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh,
do they?
that was on that Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, they put 'em in the
she
women's
was in
prison.
there. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I should be able to go in there and identify as a
I'm
woman.
going
I
there.
would like to
That's
spend
right.
my 10 in there with them.
And then you know what they're gonna tell you?
What's that?
Boy, you don't dress out and get your dumb ass in the pot with these
Now I'm
dudes.
offended. I need to write who I need to write. Whoever that dude wrote for the swimmer, I need to go spend my time with the women.
You write it from the cell with these men until we got them.
I'm gonna be like, this is unfair. I'm a lady in the wrong prison, and I would like to spend my 10 years in women's prison.
Yeah, that shit cool until
I'm a
it's
gay woman.
Yeah, it's cool until it's actually beneficial to somebody. And that's when it's a problem. Just like it was cool until he wanted to swim against women, now it's not cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not cool,
Yeah.
bro. Like I'm just being I'm
I'm
not afraid to say that this isn't cool. This shit made ESPN.
But my
too.
thing
That's-
is like, just bro,
celebrate
my thing is like, okay, cool. I have no problem with people being transgender or being transgender women, but I'm not pulling you in with biological women. You are a transgender woman. You have your own category. Stop trying to bleed over and blend in with biological women. I have a problem with that.
So would you be comfortable with trans competition?
Yes, I would. I would be absolutely fine with that.
Okay.
Because it's fair.
Right.
But my thing is like,
Agreed.
let's not just. The problem with this is that's how it got that far. It's because we didn't separate it in the beginning.
Right.
So now, because we've pulled them in with women, regular biological women,
Yeah.
that's why they're in sports with women.
Right.
Because we should have from the beginning said, okay, this is a man, biological man. This is a biological woman. This is somebody who has their wires crossed.
Right.
Right. Just like they have the Special Olympics. They don't let people who aren't handicapped run in the Special Olympics.
Right.
You feel me? There's a category for that.
But what if I want to feel special? I should be able to do
That
this
would be
now.
wild.
That would be wild.
Right. So that would be wild as fuck, bro. If you just got in the wheelchair and you was in the wheelchair, but your legs work fine.
Right. And I just stood up and blocked the shot and sat back down. That's what's up, though. Like,
And no violation is
no
called.
violation. Yeah, like
That's wild. So my
right.
thing is from the
You
beginning.
can't call it traveling. I ain't supposed to be up nowhere.
Right. So
You ain't keep your pivot foot, nigga. Ain't no pivot foot. Right.
yeah, but so from the beginning, I felt like, bro, I have no problem with, like, if we have categories for for everything else. So who are you to come along and identify as what you choose to identify as? Now, I don't know how you think. I don't know how your mind is wired. That's for you and whoever. You feel me? But if you identify as something else, that doesn't mean I have to put you in a pool with biological women, because biological women are biological women. There are no wires crossed.
Right.
You feel me? So there should be straight people. I mean, there should be women. Now, I ain't gonna even say straight people or gay people. There should be women, transgender women, transgender men, and women.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Right. Because what you're not gonna do is allow a transgender woman a transgender man to get in the fucking boxing ring with Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
I would like to see. I would buy that fight though.
Right. But
I know how this gonna end up.
How you think that's gonna work out?
I know how this gonna go.
Right. So
but it's equality. I'm paying for equality. I want to see
said
equality.
Right, so that's my point. If we're going to be equality, let's just erase the shit in general, because what you're doing is you're allowing what this is, bro. It's like in the beginning we had two categories. We had man and woman, right? So you have somebody that comes along and blurs the lines, right? And when you blurred the line, now we have three categories. We have you in the middle. So now you're kind of easing over to this category. Yeah. And you've blended in with this. Now we only have two categories again. Now we have women, and transgender women is now one category. Yeah. They're all considered women. Yeah. You feel me? And that's not fair to biological women, bro.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not. So that's all I'm saying. So my thing is like, yeah, you may have the emotions of a woman and you may feel like a woman, but in totality, you are not a woman.
I don't disagree.
Because
I just respect you enough.
Right. So let's flip it though. Transgender man, right? Mm-hmm. You've never experienced a hard on.
Right.
You don't know what morning wood is. You don't know a lot of the shit that we go through that makes us a man as a whole. There's more to a man than just his emotions and the way he feels.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my thing is, that's why when I say, bro, you can't feel like a woman. I don't mean that as far as the emotional side. I mean as a whole, 100% in totality.
You're saying physically, right?
Physically, all the way around, because physically is a part of being a woman.
It is, but what they're telling you is that my mind.
That's
emotionally,
I'm not
makes me. I do not feel like my counterparts.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but my thing is like, bro.
But you have to think about it. It's men who cut their dicks off.
I understand.
You can't feel like me,
right?
You can't feel like us,
right? So this is my thing. So this is my.
Right?
Not even that though. Not even that. So what I'm saying is this. Even let's take it outside of sexuality. If I feel like fuck, bro, I'm not a human. Right. You feel me? No, I'm just saying.
Feel like that.
I'm saying I feel like I'm an alien, right? Let's say I feel like I'm an alien, right?
Right.
I don't know what the fuck an alien feels like,
brother.
So hold on. So my thing is like, I'm okay with you saying you don't feel like a man, but I'm not okay with you attaching that to feeling like a woman. Like you can have the same emotions and you can identify with the way a woman feels more than you can a man. But you in totality, you don't know what a woman feels like to compare that.
And I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But also they can communicate with women. They can identify.
I don't disagree with that.
Right. So you will know if your feelings align with something. We cannot talk to aliens or dogs or anything.
Yeah.
So it seems like cap. But I can talk. There's a female who is a transgender male who has talked to men, been around enough men. I did like, this is how I feel, bro. Y'all on the same shit that I'm on, and I'm not saying that because we agree biologically. I do not. When people want to cancel gender and all that shit, that's bullshit. I agree with the competition fact, but I'm just saying we have to stop. But now we have to stop. This is my opinion. Bro, people feel how they feel.
And they do.
They're born how they born. I am lucky to be born who I am. I'm happy to be who I am. I'm proud to be who I am. And they should be happy and proud too. But I've been close enough to mental health to see that they can't control that. If you ever see somebody have a mental, and I'm not comparing transgender or any of that to mental health. I'm just saying how powerful the brain is. I've seen a person have a reaction that they couldn't stop if they wanted to. You see what I'm saying? I've watched that firsthand. So if a person is telling me that they're born gay, I can't dispute that. If a person telling me that they're born and I feel like a woman in a man's body, I can't refute that. That's your brain.
Let's say this.
Right.
Let's say this, right? There's a science experiment, right? Mm-hmm. And they take a woman's brain, right? And they attach it to a man's body, right? And they wake it up, Frankenstein, right? Okay, of course, you feel like a woman.
Yeah.
Right? I agree with that 1,000%. So I'm trying to meet you in the middle to make you understand that I understand what you're saying. You feel like a woman, right? So let's say I put this brain in you as a baby, not even a grown man, as a baby, right? So this brain is in this man. This female brain is in this man. This man is going to grow up feeling like a woman, right? But all of the functions attached to that machine
are still a man.
And it stops you from ever experiencing the totality of feeling like a woman.
Agreed.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So my thing is that's what I'm saying. When I say that you can't feel like a woman, I'm not saying in some ways. I agree with that. In some ways you may. But in totality, it's insulting to a woman for a man to say he feels like a woman when you hadn't had to experience. Because being a woman is biological and mental.
Yes.
You can't separate the two.
But all women aren't offended by this. Okay, you may be. I don't know. Let me
I'm not saying.
Are you offended?
I'm not offended because I don't get offended by shit.
Not the competition aspect. Yeah. Are you offended by a transgender woman identifying as a woman? Does that bother you as a woman? I'm not going to say
I'm offended. I'm going to say that I feel like him. Like, how can you just attach so much of what is a woman to such a small thing of you don't feel, but you still feel like a man at some point, and I don't get to.
I got a question. You have any gay friends?
Yeah, I have a gay brother.
All right, if you have a gay brother and your brother says, and you're talking about the plight of being a woman, right? And he's like, I understand, girl.
No, he always
and he's
is
like, no, I understand. I feel just like you feel.
Like, yeah, he's always.
But being
just
gay
like,
does not mean you feel like a woman. I'm a man.
Let's say he was transgender. It's just like you still, if he was if your brother was a transgender woman and he started to try to agree with everything you said,
I would be like, no, you don't.
But maybe he feels
because basically a transgender woman usually is just a gay person that decided that they wanted to get rid of their.
That's not true. Part. That is not true at all. That's not true. Don't say that though, brother.
So I heard that it was trans. This is what somebody told me who is trans. They said that it was like their gender role, meaning like how a woman is, like what she does and moves. They feel like that is what they are. They don't like the gender of the male. So like Caitlyn still likes to have sex with women because she's attracted to women, but her gender role is she felt like the woman. Bruce Jenner.
So isn't that equivalent to like a gay dude in drag?
Yes, I guess except I don't know because some of them just do it just to dress up.
No, I'm just saying that.
But
like,
you mean
if there are some gay dudes who like really want to be women.
Yeah,
but they just not willing to go to the point of chopping this shit off.
Most transgenders don't do that anymore. They don't chop it off.
My point is that's a gay dude in drag.
Right.
No.
That's a dude in drag. It's a dude in drag.
No.
Yes, because some of them don't like men. See, gay dudes like men.
Like being trans, you don't have to be gay.
Transgenders still have sex with the gender
just
they're
like
supposed to.
Just like a woman. I swear, a woman.
That's what makes.
Just like a woman.
That's
could be
what
attracted
makes
to a
me
woman.
feel
I understand that.
Right.
But in
transgender has nothing to do with their sexuality.
It's their gender.
Right. I
like she said,
that.
I just feel like my roles, like you
roles.
like heels. Like, damn, something about heels. Like I like. Like I look at it.
But back in the day, they would just say cross-dresser.
But we will agree that in most cases, transgender women date men.
I can't say that. I don't know.
Some of them do, and some of them don't.
Some of them don't. But in most cases.
We don't know that. I factually don't. I don't know enough transgender people.
I want you to look that up for next time.
I don't think you can pull that up. I don't think that's a stat that we identify.
That's a stat for everything.
I don't think Siri can answer that one.
They have so many categories. There are ones that, and what I was told was
somebody at home gonna hate Siri that right now.
Transsexual was different. That was people who actually wanted to change their sexual orientation.
Right.
But transgender is where they just want a gender role switch.
Right. I can't wait till we get big enough to where we can invite people on and they want to come forward.
Down.
Right. Because, and like I said, I do not agree with the competition. I will never agree. You were born a man. You have physical advantages. I can see that.
But that's what makes it worse for me is that if you was to cut it all off because you're saying you really feel like a woman, if you went that far, I would really be like, dang, you really feel like me. Because you cut all that off.
So all you want him to do is just get rid of it. And then like, all right, I feel you dedicated.
No, it's just what I'm just saying is like.
At least you can feel him a little bit more.
When you really are like Caitlyn Jenner, like where you're saying you still are attracted to women.
Right.
However, you want to come run against me. Right. He was a triathlon. Like, no, Bruce, no. Like, that's not what you get to do. That's not fair.
As a woman, you like, oh, you feel like me? All right, cut the dick off then. Let me see.
I mean, if you really want to go that far, you know what I'm saying? You really feel like that. Otherwise, it's just you being like, I like how women get to dress and do this shit. Like, I want to do this shit too. I want to grow my hair out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like you're changing. Now, D Wade's daughter, I feel like feels that way because she's starting that shit early. She's like 12, already taking hormones, so she's never gonna get a deep voice. She's gonna be like the actress from Euphoria.
If you can't look at that and tell,
I know
genetic.
I know.
I don't know what else to tell you.
But that's different than that's different than what's the Magic Johnson's son.
It's just genetic.
At the end of the day, we can't.
We don't know what magic.
My thing is, if we not gonna attach something to one person, we just gotta let everybody we can't assume what nobody feels.
Right, correct.
Yeah. But we cannot. Assuming how somebody else feels will get you hurt, even in love.
Right.
You can't assume nobody.
Right. What's the unisex?
Yeah, but what people like.
I think that's ridiculous. We
That's
for the people who don't want to, that's insane to me. You can see if someone's born a male or a female. You can tell if a fish is male or female. You can tell if a dog's male or female. Like, let's not go overboard with this. You, as a human being, every human has the right to feel how they want to feel. So if you would like to identify as a woman, I have no problem addressing you as ma'am or her. That is fine with me. That is your right to feel like that. That's your life to live. I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. I support you. Feel how you want to feel. But you competing against other people has nothing to do with how you feel now. There's other people involved in this. And it's not fair to other people. That's not about you and your life. That's about other people's lives.
So what you're saying, basically, what you're saying without saying is, I will address you as a woman, but I will not treat you like a woman.
No, I will. If you want to be in here as a lady, I will ma'am you and open and pull you. If you want to be a woman,
let me swim too. Then
no, because now you're affecting other people.
So that's what I'm telling you is that
me treating you with respect. I treat everybody with the same respect.
Right,
so that's fine. That. So yes, I will, but. That's not treatment.
Respect me enough to let me swim.
But that could be confusing though.
But that's not. But in order for me, in order for me to do that, I have to disrespect other people.
No, listen.
No.
I gotta disrespect women and let you swim.
No, they may feel disrespected, but I'm respecting you.
How? In order for me to be okay with you swimming against other women, I have to disrespect the women who feel slighted because of.
Okay, well, what about the women that feel slighted that you call the man a woman?
What do you mean?
What about the women who are offended that you are addressing someone as a woman?
Okay, because that's your personal feeling, and that man identifying as a woman has shit to do with you. Okay, listen. Okay. If a man is sitting in this chair and he wants to be a woman, you can feel offended if you want to, but it ain't got shit to do with your life. You walk out of here, this motherfucker still sitting in his chair. You get to go be a woman, live your life. This doesn't affect you. Right. This person who wants to be whoever, right? Now, if this person all of a sudden wants to compete with you in a woman's, that affects you now. You get what I'm saying? Now he has an advantage over you in something that you're competing at. So my thing is, if you want to just be you and live your life as whoever, why do I have a problem with that?
And this is what I'm saying. I got that from the beginning. I understood that 1,000% from the beginning. But what I'm trying to get you to see is that that's how the lines get blurred. You feel me? That's how we end up in the space to where motherfucker is swimming against women, is because we allow motherfuckers to inch a little bit more and more and more. Like, and it's almost like I'm a woman and I'm like, all right, cool. I refer to you as a woman. I'm a woman. Okay. Treat me like a woman. I'm a woman. Okay. Let me compete with women. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying is that.
That's when we have to have a line. You have to draw a line.
What I want you to understand.
Probably like, where's the line?
But this is what I want you to understand is that you are an intelligent dude, bro. You feel me? And that's why I made you break all that down. I get that. I'm not retarded. I get that, right? I understand. I get it. But what I'm telling you is that we live in a country, bro. I just explained to you the mask mandates. You feel me? We live in a country that's not intelligent, bro. Overall,
agreed.
The way we do shit is not intelligent at all. So what I'm saying is that the lines can easily get blurred when you have somebody unintelligent like. All right, cool. You want to be a woman.
Whoever allowed them to compete was not intelligent to me.
Right, but that comes from me easing my way into that situation. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Because it was just like it was a time where we didn't accept certain things. And it's like, all right, we'll let you in with that and we'll do this. And then it's just like, all right, cool. And then before you know it, it's like, nah, I want to be treated like a woman completely. Right. And it's just like, I guess because I gotta treat you like a woman, I gotta respect your wishes, and it's like before you know it, you swimming against women, and now we got a problem with it. Yeah. So my thing is like at some point, bro, we have to get a hold of shit and make it make sense logically. Right. You feel me? Because what we're doing now is that's an emotional decision to just be like
somebody emotionally made that decision.
Right, somebody emotionally made that decision without logic, and I'm just saying, bro, we have to restore logic in things, bro.
But does that mean that a woman made that decision?
That would be wild if she did.
An emotional decision without logic sounds like
ding ding ding.
Yeah.
I don't think so though, because I think the person in charge of the swimming's whatever is a committee of. I don't think it was one person. I think it's a committee and they voted.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure some women on board for that wild shit. But I just feel like, bro, at some point we have to gain control and apply some logic to shit for the simple fact that when you don't, shit gets way out of hand. And like I said, I'm not against anybody feeling how they want to feel or wanting to be addressed as certain shit. Like you said, I don't have no problem with it. I don't give a fuck what your life got going on. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel what I'm saying? But when I start respecting you and letting you move a certain type of way, you go too far. Right. You feel me? Like I told you before, I was just like, bro, don't let that man call you handsome, bro. Before you know it, he gonna be trying to hit on you. Yeah. And it's just like it's like give an inch, take a mile, and he's just like, all right, cool. He's not homophobic.
Yeah. But see, I understand the bad trap at the end of that. Like, I'm okay with you doing that because when it go too far, you're gonna regret it going too far. So I'm okay with it.
Whoever voted it might have been nervous to go against it. You know, like, damn, am I gonna look transphobic if I say no? You know,
it's just wild
because like they have a rule, you know, on bathrooms, like you can't like I know especially for schools, if schools get any type of funding, which most of them do, there's something that protects you making a bathroom gender specific. You can't tell them where to use it. Even if the girls don't want a guy coming in, you can't say it.
And that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, you can't.
And it's wild. And it's just like, that's why I say it's like the lines get blurred, because it's like women are offended by that.
Yeah.
Like he in here. You feel me? But you,
and
like,
rightfully,
but
I get that.
Right,
rightfully
but
so.
But it's just like
whole dick in here,
and it's almost it's wild for you to say she shouldn't be in here.
Right, I get it.
Why is she using the women's bathroom?
You got it, but okay. So you would be offended if a male was in there, a transgender male was in the women's bathroom, right?
So I've had to deal with it, like personally.
But it would bother you a little bit, right?
I mean,
but what if he had a vagina? Would it be okay? What if you be like, sir, you can't be in here? And he's like, bitch, vagina.
Go ahead. You part of the club. You committed. I'll give you
as long
that.
as there's stalls.
Because I feel like that if it's a transgender man in there, if I be like, ma'am, you can't be in here, he'd be like, nigga, dick. I'd be like, oh, my bad, big dog.
Right, but see what that does. But see what that does is unblur the lines, though.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I know if you went and chopped that shit off,
you
one of them.
It ain't no. You ain't in here on no creep shit.
You one of the ones.
But if I come in there and I'm just on I come in, I'm like 12. Let's dress up like women and go in Walmart bathroom. Maybe some bad ones in there. And we just in there with dresses on. Just
somebody be like,
that'd be a crazy skit, right?
Like, nah, that's wishbone.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be a crazy skit, right?
That would be.
We in the bathroom in dresses and everybody's just using the bathroom and we just standing there.
Identify.
Yeah.
I ain't even going in this dress. I'm just gonna be a basketball playing bitch. I'm gonna go in there with shorts and like, nah, I hoop, bitch. I'm a woman. Shit.
That's just wild, bro. But it's like their shit just getting out of hand, man. And before you know it, bro, I'm just like, if we just gonna get to a space to where there's no gender, let's just do it. Cause
like hurry up and do it.
Because y'all easing into it slowly.
What does that mean?
Listen, how you think it start?
I know,
like one day
they fighting for it,
right? They weren't gonna wake up one day and just say gender's gone. No, they're gonna ease you into it, just like they ease us into everything else. Just like they easing us back into slavery. You feel me? They ease us right on into shit.
Kim Kardashian is a part of it.
Don't you do it?
She making all them unisex fucking skims that now she got the men's
but
ones.
You gotta understand.
We gonna be all one gender, all one.
But what you gotta understand, she just smart because
I'm just joking.
Yeah, people are going to profit off of this shit, and people are going to jump on board because it's profitable. That's how we end up in a lot of spaces. People see that, okay, cool. A lot of companies that were against the gay agenda are for the gay agenda now because it's
tolerate what's profitable.
You tolerate what's profitable, so we can't get caught up in companies and people supporting shit because it's profitable. We have to stop and look at the makeup of this shit and the logic in it, bro. Because we can't say, oh, these people like this or these people they'll agree with it and they'll agree. I know they'll agree with it because there's benefit in it. Right. Because they didn't agree with it when it wasn't benefit in it. So it's just all of this shit, bro, is leading us to a certain space, bro, and it's all planned out. And they really just want no gender in general. And it's all about population control too. All of this shit plays into that. And I'm not saying that transgenders and gay people and all that are contributing to population control. I'm saying the support of it is in favor of population control.
Listen, we can have I'm gonna say that for a whole nother podcast because we could talk about that for a while. That's a deep topic though.
He's very accurate.
Yeah. Well, that's just
so many things.
Well, I hope we didn't offend anybody on this podcast. Again, no one on this panel has any problem with transgenders. It's just I think
they're my friends.
Yeah, I think it was just the competition aspect. I just think that there's an advantage there, and I think that in competition as a former competitor, former athlete, I just don't think you should be on steroids or have any kind of muscular advantage against your opponent. I just think that doesn't make it fair.
Yeah, and
so feel free as long as it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, I just have a problem, bro. Is that like it's just weird to me that we don't have to give a disclaimer about shit else, but every time we talk about that, it has to be a disclaimer. Yeah. Like we offend people in all aspects of life, saying a lot of the shit we say. Yeah, and there's no disclaimer. But it's like every time we address something like that, it's like we got to say, like you ask me all the time, like I say when you talk about manhood shit, and I'll say some shit like I'm not this, but and you like, why you got to do that first?
Right.
Yeah.
Why we got to do that, bro? My thing is like equality is bitch. We just talked about white people. We ain't apologize to them.
Fact.
We just talked about y'all. We ain't apologizing to y'all either. So my thing is like, yes, no, I'm not going to do the whole if you were offended shit. We having conversation and you're a part of the conversation and you're a part of us, motherfucker. If you want to be a part of us, you're a part of the conversation. We no longer apologizing. I'm sorry. We're not apologizing. Ain't that crazy? I'm sorry we're not apologizing.
I'm apologizing for not.
That's a t-shirt. I'm sorry I'm not apologizing.
I fuck with that. I offend fat girls with no titties.
So. And did you apologize for the ladybugs?
No, I figured out how that happens though.
What?
How you get fat with no titties? How? You swallow too fast. It don't get to go everywhere.
So you just be like.
Yeah, they don't chew their food long enough. So when you too greedy,
get to go everywhere.
Nah, when you too greedy, you just get fat and it don't go to your titties. You swallow it, go down.
Man, stop that shit. And you ain't gonna say to all the ladybugs out there, I apologize because so stop. We not doing that on here. I'm not gonna allow you to do that no more, bro. If you want to be all inclusive, bitch, you included in the jokes. You included in the conversation.
Right.
Now we even. So now we can come out. That's why
that is equality,
right? That's why we can't have the uncomfortable conversations because we're so apologetic in everything we ask and everything we say. But if we bring white people on here and we ask them, are all white people racist? We expect them to have a conversation, and we're not apologizing for anything that's happening within the dynamic of this conversation. So what we have to do to get to an even space with the transgender community, the gay community, is stop fucking apologizing for the way our opinions.
Right.
They don't apologize for theirs.
Nah.
They are the most they are known as the most messy, talkative motherfuckers, gossiping motherfuckers ever, and they don't apologize for shit.
They take after their allies over there. That's why they get it from. Women are the most opinionated, but don't you say nothing bad about me though.
Right. So those
y'all the gas behind that shit for real though.
100%. 100% because you like you said, you are the template for it. So like we gotta stop apologizing. True. We gotta stop apologizing on this podcast. This is an unapologetic podcast. Right. We're not saying anything out of malice. We will say that. Right. But we gotta stop apologizing to a specific group of people. We had that happen before, just like when we had the episode in the beginning. When we first had our few episodes, black women were like, "Why you always referring to women as bitches and bitches and bitches and bitches?" Okay. And then when the white girls came on, it was like you cleaned it up for them just because you knew their level of comfort and you knew they were your guests or whatever. But these people are looking like, nah, give them that same energy.
Right.
So we have to do that. We have to do that. We got to give everybody the same energy, and we got to stop apologizing every time we say something that may offend somebody when we already established that this is not out of malice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so let's not apologize no more because that's what puts them on the even playing.
I give white women the same energy too. Them was just two really fine white women, and I acted accordingly.
But you can see where it comes, how they feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like
give us the shit in, give them the tip.
You said what?
Gave us the shit in and gave.
I ain't give y'all the two really bad black bitches come sit in here too. I'm gonna be on my shit.
I ain't made a cup for nobody else since then.
Black women don't like that'd have been too emotional for a black. Oh, this light skinned nigga made us a cup.
You ain't give them a chance.
I know my women though.
You know.
I do know black women. I'm fine. One thing I tell you, I'm gonna say this, and we go ahead.
On, let me cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I know we're not doing cutoffs, but I want to cut you off.
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why you are wrong.
Please tell.
I'm gonna tell you why. For the simple fact that in our culture, a lot of our men are so aren't thoughtful at all. So to have somebody go out their way and make a makeshift cup for you with your name on it, mind you, it would affect them in a more positive way than it did them white women. Them white women probably ain't drank out them cups yet. If you made them cups for a black woman, them black women would never put them fucking cups down, and they will remember them cups forever, bro.
That's not true. Let me tell you something about See, I hate.
They gonna cook you in the comments.
I hate you doing this.
Come on with it,
dog.
I had to do it.
All right, cool.
Go ahead.
I just talked to y'all about I'm better in love than y'all, right? My love experiences that I learned have not been from white women. None of my love experiences that I'm talking about from my own. Let me finish.
I ain't said one word.
You already disagreeing. I ain't got no point.
I just looking at you like you look at me. How often do you
I do it all the time.
I can't even talk because you're looking at me.
I can't argue that. I do.
Go ahead.
Cool. I understand my black women. How do people typically act when they're not used to something? We talk about this on this show all the time. When you're not used to something and you get it, sometimes you don't even know how to respond. Right?
And I'm gonna be like,
no. Maybe I'm not saying all black women. Let's be clear about that. We have to always say that and preface that statement, right? But there are black women who aren't used to that kind of treatment. Some of that shit is looked at in our culture as soft. You understand what I'm saying? As not Because that, like you said, the type of black men that they like, that aura might not be, and I'm light skinned at that. You understand what I'm saying? So understand, I know that that's not chivalrous to my people. I didn't even do that because I liked them. I did that because of the environment that they came into. I knew that it was uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying? For them to walk on here as blonde hair, blue hair white women, and you sitting here with two rappers who finna talk they shit and do whatever, I just wanted to give them comfort so they could feel comfortable talking.
But all the black girls feel the same level of discomfort when they come.
Yeah, but I understand how to communicate with my people.
No, you just expect that they have more strength.
No, I understand how to communicate with my people. I can talk. Well, okay, I'll give for instance like this. People say, I used to tell my homeboy all the time. He's like, "Why you don't holler at white women?" I say, to be honest, I don't know how to talk to them. I don't know how to approach a white woman. I don't know what's they swag. What you like? How do I, my voice changed. I get a little proper. Like, I don't even know how to do that. Right. I can approach a black woman like this. I understand my people. So even if it is, when a black woman's in here, if you notice, I'll disarm her too. But I know how to speak to her.
Let me fire your ass up some more. Since
Go
I'm
ahead.
Firing you up.
Do your thing.
Yeah, since you know your people, why we ain't never had no gift cards to get your nails done or no gift cards to get your hair done or colored by Tania? They would appreciate that. Know your women.
Well, first of all, them cups cost me $5. You know where I can get some black nails done for $5?
Nah, them cups cost you.
Them $5 cups I bought from Michael's.
Okay, well you could have gave a $5 Wendy's card. We like Wendy's. Black women like Wendy's.
Why would I feed my women that trash?
This man hell, man. This man hell.
Why would I feed my women that trash?
Hey, you know what made the cups fucking even worse though, bro?
I put their name on the cups
with your hands.
Well, how else would I do it?
You didn't go to the store like you do the embroidery at the store. Like how much it is to put the name on the hat? $15. All right, you hand stitched that motherfucker.
I did. I appreciated them coming on here. That was nice of them to come on.
Why? Because they were white and they were uncomfortable?
Yeah, it's not the environment. If a gay person come on here, like when I wanted the gay dude come on here, I let the nigga say he'll suck my dick. You know why I let him say that? Because I want him on my show. You think I'll let a gay dude tell he'll suck my dick outside?
But do you know how many black girls are so scared to come on here because they think that you guys are like gonna
my
be
thing,
strong?
yeah,
but but let's be fair. I don't owe them nothing. I don't owe black women nothing. I am in the rafters. I raised a black queen. My mother's a black queen. I have spent all of my love.
So you owe them everything.
No. I don't owe them. I don't owe nobody nothing.
Okay, so then why would you say you owe them nothing?
I don't owe anybody anything.
Well, why you make it up?
Because y'all trying to say like specific, like I need to be doing this. No, I did that. I'm explaining to you. When someone comes to an environment, that's how it is. When someone comes to your house, right? You're supposed to make them feel at home. This should be home for black people. When my homeboys come in here and I'm not doing nothing special for them. This home, bro. We kicking it.
You thought I was Puerto Rican and you ain't give me no empanadas.
Because Puerto Ricans, we homies. What's up, Holmes? You know we lock doors.
Offer me no motherfucking salsa.
Because I know what's up with y'all. That's racist. I'm not here to be racist. If I just got some salsa, if a Spanish nigga come in here,
but you know how black women are gonna take that, bro.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I made them.
Let me explain to you how they gonna feel. Black women look at this like this, right?
Yeah. I know how they look at it.
They look at it like
I know exactly how they look at it.
Like they went on a date with you, and you took them to Chipotle, and you went on a date with the white women, and you took them to Global Grill.
And I'm gonna tell you why this. I don't give a fuck how they feel because I have taken L's. My black women can't tell me shit. I am in the rafters. I love y'all. I think y'all are beautiful. I have treated y'all with respect. I've taken more L's behind love behind a black woman than half these dark-skinned niggas that y'all follow behind. Idris Elba ain't did shit for black women like I have. I done got my ass kicked by a black woman. Hey. I've been depressed, lost 100 pounds. I done goddamn spent all my money. I done went broke behind a black woman. I don't owe black nothing.
Hey, man.
What?
It feels good for you to be the bad guy.
I like it. That's fine.
Oh, my God.
I'm just telling you. I
don't you believe on this cross like Jesus Christ.
That's fine,
boy.
and I'm coming to it.
You need to dress like the Lord right now because you're finna get stoned.
You can't unblack me. I'm light skinned. I am who I am. I love my people. I'm pro-black. Watch any of these pro-black topics, I go ham for these pro-black. I make more sense than half the dark-skinned motherfuckers y'all love.
I will say you bring liquor.
But fuck you.
Listen.
I do bring liquor. Thank you.
You brought liquor and cups that time.
I did, though.
I will say this, man. Listen.
Go ahead.
I knew bringing up them cups would put me in these people's good graces again. That's why I did it. I knew. I just needed you to be bad. Because, like, bro, you may have...
Hey, the worst case scenario, I just rock with the transgenders. They hate you. So we cool. I got allies, yeah. I go Frank Ocean, give me this money.
Listen, man. These folks have been These folks have been loving on you for about 10 episodes, man. I had to make sure these people remember who you was, man.
I'm consistent, though. I'm consistent. Right. If you don't understand that, I love black women. I am pro-black. I am all of this stuff. All I said was, I understand when people come from another environment or sexuality. I want the gay man to come on my platform with some heterosexual niggas who be on here talking some wild shit about gays. I talked about gay ops last week.
You did.
Right. So if I got a gay dude, hey, man, I know how we talk, bro, but it's cool. I let him get his shit off. That was wild, but I let him get off.
Listen, man, I understood exactly why you made the cups, man.
Yeah, just feel comfortable, man.
But I had to bring it up, bro, because I'm sick of you. So I had to bring up the cups. I'm sick of you. But I understood exactly why you did it, and I understood like what you had to disarm the people. I understood exactly why you did it, but I also knew how it would be viewed. Yeah. You feel me? 100%.
Black women, I love y'all. Yeah, but like I said,
you were nicer on that show.
These whelps on my back wasn't done by no slave master. These black bitches whipping my ass back there. I got all kind of goddamn marks on my back.
Yeah, you keep buying cups. You ain't gonna never get no more whelps from them folks.
Now listen, it's okay. White women lick the front. I'm fine. These boot marks in my back from black women. This skeet on my front of on my jeans, that's from
man, let me get you out of here, man, before you die some more, man. Go take us out, man.
Hey, listen. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Anxiety Issues Podcast. Black women, I love y'all. It's jokes.
Don't you
it's
do
just
it.
Jokes.
Hey, y'all.
I love y'all.
Listen.
I do love y'all.
I'm the one that's really here for y'all, man. Don't y'all
No, that's not true. Y'all believe that because he dark skinned.
No,
y'all think.
No, these folks know I'm here for them, man. No. I ain't making nobody no cups. If I make somebody some cups, it's going to be some of my black queens.
Mm-hmm. He just giving y'all hell in real life. It's me who taking L's. It's the lover boy over here that's taking L's and buying black woman shampoo in Brazil. Right. Y'all fall for the wrong shit every time. It's the nigga over here taking the L's.
Nah, man. I'm good. I'm good, man. These people love me, man. I treat these people good, man.
Yeah.
I treat these people good, man. But I just had to do that, man.
I
feel so good tonight, man.
It's okay.
I gotta do shit else on this podcast tonight,
I'm gonna do my next one in the dashiki. I'm gonna get the whole.
That'll be so funny.
African get up. Hilarious. I swear though, I'm gonna go get me one. Depending on how much they cost. Yeah, I'm gonna wear a hat. It's never the head
is
on
hilarious, man.
But thank y'all for tuning into the Anxiety Issues Podcast. I am Adam Twister. You not shit for that, but it's all good. I'll address that every time. I'll address that every time.
I was pandering like hell, boy.
That's okay. It's all right,
man. But you did win the transgenders.
I know, so you had to get me back.
Boy, you won them folks, boy. You won them folks, boy. You might have to get you a transgender boyfriend or girlfriend.
Nah, which one I have to get?
A white transgender girl.
And it'll be a girl.
You have to get a white trans woman.
A boyfriend. It'll be a girl.
You have to get a white trans woman.
Oh, okay. I have to get a trans man.
Yes, but it'll be a girl who still likes men.
That's rough.
Who wants to be a man.
Because I would have fucked Juno before she transitioned.
She still got everything.
Yeah, I know she still got everything. But that's a whole nigga. That whole like MGK up top. That's Machine Gun. That be like Machine Gun Kelly. I'm not fucking Juno. But thank y'all for tuning in. And yes, before we go, anonymous anxiety, please slide in our DMs. We'll put the Instagram under the bottom. It's Anxiety Issues Podcast _ Please, if you have coworkers, friends, I know everybody goes to their friends for bias opinions when they have relationship issues, and your partner will not respect that because those are your people. But if y'all want to sit and watch a podcast, we will discuss your issues anonymously, and we'll decide who's right or who's wrong, or who should give or who should take, whatever. So please slide in our DMs if you have friends, families, co-workers with some issues. We will not announce any names, locations, where you're from. It's all completely anonymous. We'll just talk about the issue, and we will inform you of what episode we're talking about this issue on. Thank y'all for tuning to the Anxiety Issues Podcast. I'm Adam 12 Taylor here with my brother Wishbone. That's White Boneface of Boneface Inc.
For the rest of the year.
I'm fucking with that. And the talented hairstylist Greedy Monroe. Until next time.